Welcome to the treasure room.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Prepare for vault door opening.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Kismet. I am the gaming tycoon, as you can see. Welcome to Vault 45 Vault Dwellers. Again, we're going to have some fun playing this game right here, Fallout 4 tonight. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see and hear me, because they're going to show up right over there, and on Twitch anyway. Also, of course, we've got it at the ready to go. Man, did we have a good time last night? We did a ton of mega building. Big time. We went in and built out an awesome place at Covenant, which I had a lot of fun. It's probably the most extensive Covenant build I've ever done. We did easy living in the Wasteland. We did a few of those builds. And this time we're going to go in and we're going to go ahead and work on our, what is the name of that one? Green Top Nursery. Yeah, Green Top Nursery. And we're going to try to produce food for the Wasteland as well. Appreciate you all coming in. Again, put a 1 in the chat if you can see and hear me, so I know everything is working well. So settle in, everybody. It's going to be an epic night tonight. We're going to get a ton of stuff going on. And then we're going to try to get in some Fallout 76 this week. We gotta definitely try to get that going on. Now, don't forget to go out and retweet everybody so that you can unlock those Kiz caps for future giveaways. And I told you I was going to do some giveaways, and I did. I did a bunch of giveaways, and again, more coming up at some point here. I do them randomly in the stream. Sometimes I'll put it in the title, and sometimes I won't. Sometimes I just do it for the people who are chilling out in the channel, not just for the giveaways, but just chilling out, having a good time. So yeah, definitely want to enjoy that, as well as unlock those potential free loot as well. For sure. And thanks for all the follows, by the way, everybody. Well, I was offline there. Thank you so much for all those follows. Appreciate that. Big time. So we're going to get into it. Let's go ahead and say hello to everybody in the chat. Wist is the first person I see in the chat today. What's my thing? Oh, my thing's not working. Oh, it's always something. Oh, it's just delayed. There we go. All right. Yeah, there we go. Wist, thank you very much for being the first person in the chat. 1,000 Kiz caps to the chat for all that love. Appreciate that. Still haven't got them sounds to work yet. I don't know what's wrong with those things. They look like they're working perfectly. I don't know. We'll get around to it. I'll get around to fixing it. Paul coming in, getting that retweet on. There you go. Very nice. And again, Wiz bringing that Kismet love trade in there. AMZ bringing that Teamwork Tycoon dance there. I always love that emote. So good. That's Mr. 90. By the way, that's my most used emote now, by the way, is the dancing tycoon there. The tycoon twist, as I like to call it. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. There you go. Let's see. Dr. J said, hello, kids. In chat, I've set up over 100 water purifiers in Sanctuary so far in Fallout 4, making over 25,000 caps. Passively level 17. I'm using your perks as a guide as well. Settlement building is so much. Yes, and it is so much fun. I absolutely love settlement building. It's one of my favorite things to do. But now we already conquered the Wasteland, everybody. We don't need to do anything else because we have all of our settlements just generating massive sums of passive income. And we can make it bigger and make more caps and make more purified water faster. But when you can buy out everything in the entire Wasteland, what do you need? What do you need more for, right? I can buy out vault-tec. I can buy out the Enclave. I could buy out Diamond City. I can buy the whole state of Boston if I wanted to. That's how much cash I make in Fallout 4. What we want to do, though, is we want to get our mega bills going on tonight. And so that's what we're going to do. Thank you to Dr. J also for watching the chat. I appreciate my awesome mods who keep the chat awesome as well. So let's get into it, everybody. I say we dive right in, get into some trouble. Let's go. Get some hydration going on, everybody. Hydration. All right, hanging out at the Mighty Spectacle Island. As you can see in the background there, it is sorting away. I love the sorter, everybody. The sorter is so awesome, doing its job. Getting everything sorted out. I love it, I love it. Let it do its thing out there. And, of course, we have the giant mega vault in here with double fusion generators. That's a lot of fusion generator power right there, everybody. And that powers all of that. And we've got a lot of our little trinkets in here, a lot of books that we found so far, and we haven't got all of our bobbleheads yet, but we've got a good amount of them here. So we've got them starting to get stacked as we go along. It's also really fun, by the way, to put all of the same ones right next to each other. So you put all the awesome ones together and then all the Gronic ones together. Usually I do that more toward the end of the playthrough, so they're all kind of together, because you're going to, find them randomly as you run around. Over here you see more Gronic. And more of the whistling in the dark and the stealthy ones all together. But it's kind of cool to do that. Or you can put them in their own stacking. So you have a whole bunch of ones. This is the awesome rack. This is the Gronic rack, and so on and so forth. Those are fun as well. You actually unlock other things in the game, like picket fences is here. Allows you to do different fences. Of course, you can unlock tattoos there. Not just buffs and whatnot. It's also items you can unlock. Look at Paladin Dance doing... Oh, they're always off doing something weird, everybody. I don't know what's up with these guys. Now, before we dive too much into it, what we're going to do is go ahead and take care of some of my guys' conditions. Probably should check our purified water. Let's go check that first, right down here in the cooking stove. There we go. And we're going to get that purified water out of there. And we'll let the rest of this stuff go. We'll grab them bottle caps, and we're going to put that purified water right here. We're going to see how much we can stack in this one little spot here. Whoa, mama. A whole lot, apparently. About 60,000 purified water there. Creeping up on 1 million caps just sitting right there in that thing. I don't even need the caps, everybody. I've got plenty of cash. Plenty of cash to go around. Let's go over here and see if we've got any food on us here. Probably a good idea to get a little food squared away. So while we're building... we don't have to worry about food. Let's just see what we got random. Oh, wait, actually, we can go to our other location and do food over there. Even better. Let's go ahead and actually speed along the workbench. Let's see, what do we got in here? We can just go ahead and, while it's sorting all that stuff, we can go ahead and grab all of this. So what I'm going to do is just grab all the 8 items that it hasn't gotten to yet in here. Grab all that out. We're going to take that to our other location, so less stuff that it needs to sort. And then all the junk here is quite a lot of it. And again, so this just keeps me from having to do the sorter stuff. And a lot of this stuff, I'm putting like hundreds and hundreds of resources in there. It's could be up in the thousands. And once you just take care of this, it'll just switch right over to doing all of your weapons, which is what I really wanted to do. It'll manage all my weapons and get those going. Let's make sure we don't got anything in here that we don't really want to sort. we got a lot of weapons. I actually stopped picking up weapons and apparel. That Raider armor probably going to get stuck. Alright, let's just pull the Raider power armor out of there. That's most likely going to get stuck. Now, there are certain things that will get stuck in your sorter, so good idea to pull that stuff so that it doesn't end up blocking all the rest of the stuff. So we're going to pull all of that. There we go. And then ammo. All right, so it'll take care of the rest of that. We're just going to walk down here and put this in the for sale area. There we go. And you can manually sort this, and sometimes I will. You'll see me go in and just take care of this. Oh, I got a bunch of legendaries we got to put down as well. You'll see sometimes I'll just manually do it because it just keeps it from getting too like this, where those things are just laying on the thing and it gets knocked off of there. Nice bottle cap mine sitting there. Put that in there. Again, it'll just keep it from getting too stuck. This is a whole bunch of leather coming down the line. I can see a whole bunch of things just falling down the side there. Oh, yep. See, like I said, look, it's getting stuck up there. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, and now things are falling off the top. I got to get up there to fix it. Something has blocked it. Oh, God, and I can't even move. I can't even move. My character, oh, and you can't jump. Jump. Get up there. Get up there. On the workbench. Oh, man, he won't jump. Jump. There we go. Yes, something definitely blocking the sorter. So let's get in here and figure out what it is. Go down here. Take a few of this stuff out. It's those boxes there, those things. And again, just kind of knock this around a little bit. There we go. There we go. Now it's sorting in there. And again, just kind of push it around a little bit, kind of like you're stirring the pot. And some of that stuff will go in there. If it gets knocked off the side, well, then you can take care of that. There we go. There we go. In it goes. All right. And this is Raider chest piece sometimes gets stuck. You got to watch out for that. Now, all of a sudden, you'll see a bunch of it starting to come out down there. As well. There we go. But you got to be diligent about that because it does get filled up pretty quickly. And then your stuff just starts flying off the edge like you saw. And then you end up with a bunch of stuff down here. I saw a bunch of stuff just starting to roll off into this low side. Yeah, it's one of those little chess pieces, I think, that got it stuck. And again, very, very overburdened right now with loot. I can see a preserver down there, blowfly meat, buckets, and whatnot. So when it gets overfilled, all this stuff will roll out of there and end up here at the bottom. Like I saw. Okay. So yeah, it's that Raider chest piece that typically will mess that up. So definitely want to take care of that. Look for anything that slides underneath here. I find quite often this stuff will slide right under this edge. And then fall out around the different areas here. And then also what can happen is your Deathclaw hands can block it as well. Now I can actually go in and just put it in here. And you can see it's got a lot of stuff. It's backlogged quite a lot in there. I'm going to get that purified water out of there. And then I can just go in and manually put it in there. I don't want to put the miniguns or any of that stuff in there. I'm going to put the pistol in there, a ripper. That should be fine. Let's see, fedora. Again, I don't really need to do anything with any of this, everybody, but we're going to, oh, not Raider chest piece. Yeah, Raider chest pieces is where it went wrong. Let's get those out of there. And then the rest of this stuff should be 5. Oh, there's some T45 ammo in there. Armor in there. That's a problem. Junk, mods, no. We can put all this ammo in there. It'll take care of that. So it doesn't have to be actually in the workbench. It can simply be, oh, look at those mini nukes in there. It can simply just be put into the hopper, and then the hopper will drop it down, and it will run down the way here to to sort all of the stuff at the end. And I can just grab that kickball. And it will sort it. You can see it's sorting it into that separate thing down here once we get down there because we're overburdened right now. There we go. So you can see it's diverting all of the things that I want to sell into this side one right here. And again, this is sell here. And so it's sorting all that extra loot. Now, at some point, I just want to get rid of all this loot. We'll come back and do that. Just do a little bit of organization. Now, this will continue to run without any further intervention, hopefully. And you'll find stuff just laying along here as well. Like you see, I got a ring stand there and so on and so forth. We should really add manufacturing extended. What was the other thing? Oh, highlighting mobs was the other mod I was going to add. Maybe we'll get those in today. Manufacturing extended and highlighting mobs. Let's go ahead. Oh, we got to check Zamanda too. Manufacturing and highlighting mobs. All right, we'll put that on the list for today. But first, we'll go ahead and take all this stuff that my character's got. And we're going to jump over to our storage location where we keep all of our resources. Now, I keep my resources over at Boston Airport. And the reason why I do that is because I can't have a sorter there. So it's not like I'm going to pull the stuff out of the workbench. So I just put it in the workbench and then I keep it in there for the whole entire time. So I just keep it in there and keep it going. And then, of course, it's tied to all my other settlements as well. And here we go. We're going to rock by right over here. Watkins West Wing Airport, founded by the DJ Watkins there. And then we have a bench right here. So we can just go T to drop all those resources in there. And then we put all of our aid items in here. And I don't even care what it is anymore. Most of the stuff I would normally sell. But now I'm just stacking it and stacking it and stacking it in there, which is pretty cool. And again, just stacking it big time in there. And if I ever needed any of that stuff, I know where it is. And I don't even keep rataways on me anymore because rataways are so incredibly harsh in the survival mode that it's totally not worth it. And there we go. All right, miscellaneous. Also any mods we're going to put here. And we'll put all those legendaries away when we go back. Okay, now that we've done all of that, oh, we need to actually get to the workbench. Get this lady off of there. Hey, lady, go find something else to do. And now, since we have all of our food and all of our stuff right over here, move me over, I can go ahead and make certain things. So I can go ahead and roast up some food. Now, I've got some baked bloat fly I can make there. We'll make some of that. A lot of red steak here, or a little bit of red steak. Ribeye steak. We're going to make a bunch of that. Now, I don't actually cook them for whatever their random purpose is. Like this one is plus 10 AP for 30 minutes, and I have 70 plus of them. So we're just going to make an absolute ton of them. Am I going to use it for that purpose? It'll probably cause that purpose, but I don't specifically use it for that purpose. And actually, using your food is actually a good way of doing a bunch of different things, but I rarely ever use them for what they are like intended for. Like, oh, I need some action points. Let me get my action points food out, right? I rarely ever do that because it's just one of those things that I feel I don't really need to do. But hey, if you like doing it, more power to you. Now, the other thing that I like to make here is antibiotics. Now, antibiotics require glowing fungus. So anytime you see any glowing fungus, you want to pick that up. And then I always bring it to this location so that I can make antibiotics. And it feels fairly rare to make that. I mean, I have stem packs, I have purified water, I have acid. But glowing fungus is always the thing I'm looking for in survival mode. Because you will get those conditions. You can see I have those conditions right over there. And I usually keep it for when I'm wandering around as opposed to when I'm in my base. In my base, I can just go ahead and use like the water pump like this. You'll see that it took care of my water, right? Also, I could use a vendor to help solve the problem as well. Now, before we go, we want to double check everything that we put in all of our aid items. And now we just have the cooked items. Very nice. Miscellaneous stuff, we're going to keep that. And the other thing would be mods. All right, we put all that in there. Now, of course, if we wanted to come over here and make like computers or modify our equipment, this would be a great place to do that because that's where all our mods are. Now, we could also take the mods and put them somewhere else, and then like Sanctuary, and then just do all your modding over there, or robot production and whatnot. And oh, I got to get back to my robot production. I'm actually going to do that at the end as well, and get all of that going over there as well. Oh, thank you, Foggy. Appreciate the backup. Okay, and so we're going to dive right in. There you go. Hello, what up, Foggy? What up, Wiz? Thanks for coming and hanging out. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, that Fallout London is looking good. Okay, I got to go help Finch Farm first, though. I can see that it's telling me to go over there and help them. I could probably just go for it. We should probably save, though, before we go. Maybe just 1 hour should be okay. Yes, okay. Oh, and I got an infection as well. We'll take care of that in a minute. Let's go help Finch Farm and watch the Kismet kill box do all the work for us. Here we go. I love to watch it do the work. Now, again, they get a little bit of advantage because they get to hit you when you're teleporting in. So you might want to be in a place in which you can't get hit when you teleport in. I think I have it close by one of the kill boxes. We'll see. Ooh, mama, long load time.
He vanished.
Made it. This time.
See? I didn't have to do a thing, everybody. Kismet Killbox did his job. Oh, some 308 ammo. Now, I'm not even going to bother to pick most of this up because normally I pick up all that combat armor and all of that. But totally unnecessary. These guys got owned. Oh, look, we got some action up there on the top. There's the Kismet Killbox doing his job. Like a robot. Over here and check it out. Ah, yes, Lieutenant Gutsy up here making some trouble. We got in here, oh, a little brain fungus. There's my provisioner wandering around. But as you can see, we've got basically some place underneath the freeway here. It's called Finch Farm. This one, I believe, is already mega built or super built. Let's take a look and see if that's on our future list for us to work on. No, Finch Farm is complete. And as you can see, I have a bed there normally reserved for me. That person decided to sit in there, and I've got a bunch of chairs for them. Just vendors out in the open here. Oh, somebody over here who very much died. And then their original shack, which sadly I cannot get rid of. So they're in there chilling out. But I like this kind of what I call a standard build. Where I go in and I make a bunch of scrapping areas where they can scrap. And then put the food and hide the food up here so it doesn't get destroyed. And a whole bunch of beds in the bunker like this. And then there's also some stuff up on top for doing artillery and all of that stuff. And of course our power's up here. As you can see, we've got a lot of artillery because of the kill box on the edge here. We also have one over there. Interesting that this one didn't kick in behind. I usually try to put them in strategic locations. So if they get rowdy, it'll fire off. Yeah, I kind of felt like that one over there didn't fire off during that thing. But then again, it all worked out. It all worked out where all these raiders got annihilated. And that's what's important. Right over there. Now, there is a certain point in which I stop looting, and right about now, because it's unnecessary. Now, also, if I go there, though, I can also pick up stuff from the cooking stove here, like some bottle caps that are just sitting in there. And now I'm just passively making bottle caps at every single location that will allow me to put vendors down. And that's like 25 locations, everybody. So 25 times 1,000. That's 25,000 just in my vendors alone, roughly. And you'll see that every now and again, I'll just come in here and I'll just grab everything out of there like that. Now there's nothing in the workbench. And then I'll take that stuff and I'll bring it back to Boston Airport again and drop that stuff off. And then Boston Airport is like my Atlanta. It's my distributing center. So it'll go and distribute all of my resources to all the other settlements. So when I'm building, you see me mega building here in just a bit, all those resources are being dragged mainly from Boston Airport. But it also is connected to all the other ones. So as they collect resources, which I have them constantly doing, I don't have to collect as much resources, right? So you don't have to go to the vendors and buy out the vendors and do all that stuff after a while because they're getting all of those resources. And then, of course, if it's connected to the one you're working on, then you get the benefit of all those resources, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Awesome. Man, these load times are going to be crazy today. Now, again, I have over 700 settlers, so these load times might be pretty hefty here as we get to the later part of the game here. Now, I'm almost level 100, I believe. Last time I checked, I was in the 90s. And we're trying to basically go through and do a nice mega run. And I think in the future, if they do come out with a new version of the game, that I will do more of a speed run without settlements. So it'll probably be it'll be my first playthrough, I think, where I've never played it without doing the settlements. So we might do what I call a speed run, where you don't do the settlements and you just kind of run through the game and get into trouble that way, for sure. All right, I'm exhausted from lack of sleep, and my infection is trying to kill me. All right, first let's take care of the infection by going here to the lady in the clinic.
Around these days. Should let me take a look at you.
All right. Now, one of the things I notice, if you do re-enable the quick travel,
hurting all over.
it will it'll cause you to be fatigued a lot more often when you're traveling to other locations because the time will push forward.
All done.
And so we can go in and we can utilize our doctor. Oh, that was bad. Hold on. All right, now we're going to have to reload. We have to reload all of that. Oh, see, I tried to skip the dialogue, and I've done that a few times where I skip the dialogue, and then I shoot the vendor. I wish I was aimed just a little bit off the vendor there. So, yes, I just accidentally killed that vendor. My bad, my bad. We're going to have to probably defend Finch Farm again. Yes. We're definitely going to have to defend Finch Farm again. All right, well, hey, we'll go do it again, see what happens the second time. So yeah, there we go. Let's do it. It happens. It happens. I've actually done that to Trash Can Carla before. It tells you that you can kill your settlers too, by the way. And I can sit there and kill them all and then reload and whatnot. Funny irony is I was about to save after I removed my condition. All right, let's see what happens the second time. Remember, even though I had just done it, it randomizes the encounter. So this last time we took on raiders and they had combat armor. So let's see what happens this time. Maybe it's super mutants. Maybe it's synths. Maybe who knows what it is. In this particular playthrough, that's a great way to start the thing. Yeah, Rip a Rudy. Great way to start today's playthrough. Oh, there we go. All right, more raiders this time. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working.
For now.
Okay, and again, completed. Killed Finch Farm peeps there. And you can just farm it like this, by the way. You can go in and just try to get stuff. Oh, now they turned it on. Nice. Oh, and there's that 308 ammo. We can get it. There we go. Always looking for 308. 308 is my primary ammo that I use. So there was 2 there. And this one. And then, oh, one over here. Oh. Just the 2. 3. Yeah, this is the 3rd one here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. No, that was it. Didn't seem like a lot. And of course they turn that siren on, but they'll also turn that siren off automatically. So let's go ahead and bounce out of here again and try not to shoot the lady. Now I could just forward time and then get those vendors that I was just at Finch Farm, but I'm just going to go ahead and travel back and get it going. Yes, I need to turn the safety on my Overseer's Guardian. Again, I just try to skip the dialogue because you listen to that same dialogue over and over and over and over again. I don't know why they didn't make it where you can auto skip dialogue. I'm sure there's a mod for that somewhere. Again, let's go down here and just do the same stuff we did before, which is to organize our workshop. Yeah, see, it's almost done sorting all of that stuff. Very nice.
Flowers.
And then we're going to talk to the clinic lady.
If you need fixing up, let's get a look at you.
Cure me.
Yeah. Tell me
left. Cure me. So I'm going to use my arrows to skip a lot of that because that dialogue gets old very, very quickly. And then also you got to wait for the transition. Then you got to wait for her to say, all right, what's bothering you? Blah, blah, blah. Nothing. And then left click, and then try not to click too many times or you blast the settler. You might also want to aim off a little bit off to the side, just in case you do accidentally blast your settler like I did right there. But that's okay, you can always back up. So let's go ahead and forward time by 7 hours so that my character gets a bit of rest here. And is also going to get that lover's embrace because my companion is nearby. Then we'll do our water. Then we'll also do our food over here. A little bit of red scorpion steak. There we go. And again, when you fast travel in survival mode, I notice that is a thing. There we go. Properly fed. And now I'm just going to sleep for 1 hour just to save all of that stuff I just did. And now all of our conditions have been removed. Awesome. Okay, now we've got that done. I probably need to go back and get my power armor, which I most likely left at our last location, which is over here at Covenant. Yes, there it is. I can see it. All right, let's bounce back to Covenant, get our power armor, and be good to go. Big time. Yeah, there's no safety on your gun. Now, see, I have the gun away, too. So when I'm clicking, it pulled out the gun and then shot. That means I clicked twice too many times. And normally I put the gun away for that reason. So I don't accidentally just blast somebody. And again, I've done that with Trash Can Carla. I've done that with just near about every vendor because I'm just trying to left click to skip their dialogue. It'd be nice if you just press the space bar to skip their dialogue instead of have to left click. That would have been awesome. All right, and then, of course, this is our giant mega vault that we built here at Covenant, and it turned out awesome. If you want to see more of that, see me putting myself to the absolute limit there, trying to figure out some tricky stuff, feel free to check out yesterday's stream and also last week's as well. I can find all that on YouTube and also in my VODs on Twitch. But we're going to go ahead and go there, and it is time to go check out Green Top Nursery. Up here, there it is. All right. Now, the best way to get started when you are mega building is to look at what you got, tear it down, and rebuild it. And of course, when we're doing mega building, we typically are building vaults, right? We're building vaults of larger sizes, and I try to vary them based on what needs to be done at that particular location. Now, let's take a look at what we've currently got. Right over here, we can see that we've got, of course, the greenhouse, which I'm currently not using. And then, of course, Kismet Kill Box up on high. Inside here, we've got our vendors. We've got our moo-moos in here, in which we have it blocked off on this side. We can see we've got that, so it's a little harder for them to shoot in here and kill our cows. And look at them just chilling out of there. They're all just chilling down there, which is good because this is a good use of this particular location. To protect our fertilizer production. Now, you can also kill those things and use them for food if you want. But we can see that we also have this kind of out in the open and not really that secure for them. We've got our food up here on the top and a fusion generator and so on. So probably one of the first things we want to do is look and see if we can make another of our nuclear material here. It doesn't look like it. How many more do we need? We need about 95 nuclear material, and that is a lot of nuclear material, everybody. That's a tremendous amount. So we'll probably build a few of these without that, and then if we get enough material, we can come back and add that more powerful thing. Now, I'm going to show you also how to use these type of generators to also run the power through the floor of the vault and have it show up on the other side, which is very, very cool to do. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, of course, is to save our teleport that we teleported to this location. We're also going to go ahead and just park our power armor right off here to the side. Always suggest to take out your fusion core, everybody. Not only do the enemies try to come and take your stuff, but also your random peeps will jump in your power armor, and then when you need the power armor, you can't get in it. So let's go ahead and just save. There we go. And now what we're going to do, especially while they're sleeping, is to put away all the stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and put away all of this. I'm going to scrap these because we're going to replace those. Turn our light on. There we go. And then we're going to basically scrap all this stuff. And we're going to reassign all these people eventually. And we'll scrap this one and all of these. This will store and then bring back out so we don't have to spend those caps again. Right there, store all of that. And then store our machine gun turret. Now again, the second I pull the roof off of here, what's going to happen is it's going to cause the happiness to start to go down. You can see it happening already in the upper right hand corner. Store all of that, store this, scrap this. And we're going to stop using the concrete kit and we're going to start using the vault-tec kit. Like so. All right, store that, scrap this. Now some of the items, when you actually scrap the item down below, it will store the item up above. So this right here, we can actually probably just leave our food and water, and we'll store all of that. You can leave stuff just floating in the middle of nowhere if you want. It's up to you. Now again, my goal is to store all the stuff that normally they would get onto and then make it difficult for me to get rid of because of what they're doing. Let's see. Yes, that's just going to bring that down. Can we get that from down here? Maybe underneath. Yes. There we go. All right. We'll take this and we'll put this off over here. This is a really great way of doing your water here, especially in the beginning. You can put 24 water down just on your thing there, and then you just RP that you ran the pipes and all of that other fun stuff as well. And then we're going to go up here and do the same thing with our food here. Oh, our food is going to be like that today. All right, fine. We'll go ahead and store all of this because it doesn't want to move with the base. No biggie. We'll give them some food back. And I'm sure they've got some food in the storage, in the workbench as well. And then we'll store all of these, and we'll deal with that later. And then I try to get rid of everything that's going to, again, these are all those things are being stored. These are all being scrapped. Try to get rid of stuff that that's just going to block my progression here. And do something like that. And then, you know, keep the items allowed to go up and down and all of that. Man, that foundation was really well lined up there, if I do say so myself, and I do. And oh, there's the dude, the vendor, who is currently being blocked. You can see there's a little campfire underneath there. That's your vendor trying to get over there and chill out at your base. Some turrets up here on the high side. We're going to go ahead and take care of those. Reimagine where we're going to have those. And we're going to go ahead and scrap all of this. Take all this out. Tell this guy to go down there. The second he comes out of there, then we're just going to store that for now. Normally I try to keep the peeps on there, but I'm just going to store it because this particular area can be really really tricky to readjust. There we go, and then just store that. And then this person, let him move just a little bit away and then very quickly go back and take care of it. Like so. I always find it's funny when I drop out the thing and it and they go falling down there. And then this over here. And that over there. Okay, now we've got most of that taken care of. And again, we had it all in a nice little bunker, all in one place that was managing everybody here. I'm going to store this. I'm going to go ahead and remove these old school. These are old school kill boxes here where you just use ladders and a few platforms with 3 turrets, and bam, you are off and running. So we'll take that out. Now, by the way, as you scale up and you go to different areas, you'll be able to do higher end turrets. So sometimes it's better to put your turrets in last. And the reason why you want to put your turrets in last is because they can actually be scaled up. And that means that you're having nicer and nicer turrets at that particular location. And then we'll put this away because that person's just going to go stand on that. We're almost there. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and forward time once again so that they, and I'm going to do 7 hours just so it gives me that well-rested bonus, and my guy will be rested. And it'll get them all out of the beds. And now I want them out of the beds so I can scrap all these skinnier beds. Now, I always use these skinnier beds. They still allow you to rest for the full amount of time, which is awesome. And this right here, we'll store that. But we want to build something a little fancier at this particular location. And we're also going to be doing a lot of food production, or varied food production, best way to actually say it. And so we want to go ahead and just take all this out. And see, everybody's going to be down there now doing their thing. And we can take this out like so. And get this all out of the way. Now, one of the things that I like to do is I like to build items up out of the way. I very much enjoy tower-based builds. And I'm feeling on this one, I could either build up over the top of this house over here, which I have done before. You can also see we've got this really cool billboard over there. You really want to think about what side do they attack from. Normally they attack from this side over here, occasionally from that side, and quite often right inside here. And so you'll come in, and this whole entire area in here where you have all of your food will be getting attacked by a bunch of mobs, right? Now, I can go in and make this greenhouse actually into our food area, in which we're going to do in this particular build, but we're going to actually build this as part of the vault, right? So this will be the actual vault itself, the bottom part of the vault. So we're going to go in and we're going to start with our basics, which is getting your alignment down, right? So we're going to align ourselves. Hey, what's up, Ice Pillar? Thanks for watching over there on the YouTubes. Hey, Twitch Cops, thanks for coming in and hanging out. So we're going to start, of course, with our atrium kit. Always suggest to start with that atrium kit to see what you can get going on, right? So we want to go ahead and see how well we can align this to the side of this like this. And actually, that's not too bad of a start there, right over there. Now, another thing I suggest you do is to move your people out of the way. So I did store my little bell, and you'll see me do this quite often when I have a settlement full of people. Is I will send them to the farthest regions of the build, way over here, hit the bell, and they can hear from wherever they are. And it's going to go ahead and pull them out of there because they love to stand right where you're working, which is really annoying. And you also want to test that, see how we can, it's a little troublesome to get past that there. So we'll go ahead and take these out. These are a little high up there. Also, a great one to start with is actually not the vault-tec kit. It's actually this one right here, because you can set this down in the ground and actually adjust how this is. You can also hold down E, which will go vertically up and down. Sometimes when you let go of E, though, it will bounce back again, which makes it completely useless. Like when I let go of E, sometimes it'll jump back down, which is not what you want it to do. But you know, you do what you can do. Now, if I put this here, that is going to block that there. But what we can do is go inside the location here and try to get that kind of lined up a little bit better. Maybe even get it all the way to the edge here. And then see if it lets us snap on the outside. Now, sometimes it will and sometimes it won't, depending on what it's getting clipped into. Now, also a thing that I can do is I can just go ahead and take a foundation over here, and I can take another foundation here, and then I can hold down E. One of the most powerful things in Fallout 4, where you can hold that down and actually move both the items at the same time. And so I can go in and I can set it here, say, hold down E again, and then move it forward, and see if I can get it to clip at least somewhat through this edge, and go with that like that. Now that it's not in that side anymore, I can go ahead and snap that outside right there. You're welcome. I just showed you an amazing trick. Did you miss it? Did you miss what I just did? Because that's an powerful thing I just showed you. I hope you were paying attention. So what you can do is basically hold down E and fine tune that. Now notice that I only used the 2. Had I used 3, it wouldn't have let me done it because the outside there. Now that's really nicely flattened out there, and we could go in and we could put the things on top of it and do all of that. I'm not going to line the interior here, but what I'm doing is just trying to get it aligned to that thing and show you a bit of how to do that if you wanted to do it. Now, what I want to do is to go in and basically have this be protected against attacks, right? So I want to go in and basically make it where my walls here are basically protecting the interior of this. Now, what's going to do is get a little awkward when you do corners, and this takes a bit of practice to hold down E and then be able to get this to go around the corner how you want. Or you just put the first one down and try to get it aligned. You can see that one's not perfectly straight. So we're going to go ahead and then go in, and I'm going to get from this side, hit E, and then rotate my mouse inward, turning the mouse like this, which is going to allow us to line up a bit straighter on there. And this is a lot of trial and error, and I probably want to bring that forward just a little bit. And then you want to do the long ways. So we're going to go ahead and do the long ways here. Again, we're not going to actually use these. We're just using them temporarily to basically align ourselves to this. And you can see that that doesn't work because there's a light there. I wonder if that light works if I put some wireless power there. I don't know. I don't think I've ever noticed it. Let's go ahead and push it out just a little bit. There we go. And then again, we're just going to go ahead and put a nice long wall here to protect our food. And then we can build stuff at the ground level. Now, you got to take in consideration that they are definitely going to appear inside there. And you can see that's coming in at an angle, which is hitting the light there. Now, again, when you hold down E, you can actually modify the whole entire chain at the same time, just like this. And we can maybe aim that a little bit further out to bypass that light, like so. Now, we can also put this in the interior. Doing it in the interior is going to be a lot tougher because you're going to have cross beams and you're going to have all sorts of things that are blocking you. But we can use the same technique that we used with our other stuff. Now, also it shows us that we're actually really far on this side when it comes to the actual wall itself. So we have a little bit of extra overlap on this side and a lot of overlap on this side. So we can actually move the wall further back this way. And then we can just try to put it up as close as we can to that edge. And then just angle it a little bit. There we go. Maybe something along that line. So we don't end up with people in between there. It'll still happen. But again, we're just trying to get the distance of the wall. Now, we're looking at this, and let's call that halfway into one wall segment there. And then we'll go look at this side and see how much space there. A little bit more than halfway. All right, so we'll push it a little bit more that way. And one of the things that it sometimes does is move your item. See, it didn't move it that time. That time it was exactly where it was. I find the wall segments work a bit better. Now I'm going to hit W to go forward just a little bit. And maybe nudge over just a little bit. Try to get that a little bit there. There we go. And all right, so we've avoided the lights there, which actually look like they're already on. We've avoided anything there, and we've kind of blocked off that edge. Now, of course, we're going to be using the vault-tec kit. We're using this for alignment, right? I suggest to use these ones for alignment, and you can see that we can do this as well. But what we want to do is actually leave a little bit of space here in the long run to put in stairwells and things and doorways and things of that nature. And again, we're just going to use our concrete kit because you can also see that we can sink the concrete kit in the floor. Oh, wow, it's going to work out straight away. Come on, you. Another thing that's cool about the concrete kit is the fact that you can snap it in different locations. You can snap it to the corners, and you can also snap it out to the edges like this, like that. And so there we go. So if we can walk through there, they can. And we can see that this is really close on this side. And we might want to give it a little bit of extra room so they can walk around the exterior. This is perfect on this side. I would probably leave that as is. But on the other side over here, I would probably push it out another wall level over here. So we can store this, hold down E, move this whole thing out like that, which is pretty cool. And then move this 2 more walls this way. There we go. And then this we'll have to readjust. I'm going to take the middle one out just to make this a little easier. There we go. Now also there is a difference between when you do this where it's not actually on the end, and then when you set it on the inside. It's going to adjust the way that it does the roofing. So be careful. I would suggest to push it out along the side like I'm doing over here. You can see it's actually beyond the wall and not perfectly lined up with the edge of the wall. That's going to help you in the long run for sure. And then we're going to try to grab all of these ones and get these in here as well. Now my goal obviously is to go all the way around, and we've already kind of centered it this forward backwards, and then we'll call this side to side. So side to side we're working on right now, and forward backwards we've already got it fairly good. And we'll leave that as is, and we'll come down this side. Oh, and there's an item we hadn't even scrapped here yet. Little center blocks. Little center blocks laying around there. And then, all right. Now, we can obviously see that there is less room on this side than there is on the other side. So, in theory, we should be able to hold down E, grab the entire wall, and move it. Now, this is really difficult when you start doing this. And the reason why is because you have all sorts of factors that are going to start having like clipping issues and things of that nature. What I suggest you do is you figure out how wide that is, right? So let's say that's 1 full wall width over here. And then this is, I'd say maybe even 1/4 width. So what you want to do is kind of center that same thing. Or you can just look at it visually, how much room you want on each side. And I would just manually move this, everybody. Manually move this over and get a general sense of it. And then just go ahead and readjust all your walls. This is going to save you a lot of time doing all of the alignment. And we can see that we're coming this way just a little bit as well. Let's see how much of a gap we've left. So we left a bit of a gap there. I'm going to take this one out so it doesn't grab that one by association. And I'm actually going to move this forward again by about that much. And aim toward the bottom here and then move it forward, let's say about that far. So that it aligns to kind of where it's at right now. And then again, we'll go in and snap that there. This one will be at the end there. And of course, you can also end up accidentally adjusting the angle of what you're doing as well. So we've now, in theory, adjusted it all the way across. And so this side over here should have more room now. And again, before you build the whole entire thing, you want to make sure that you've got this stuff squared away first. And using the concrete kit is the best because the concrete kit can sink into the ground. All right, very nice. And then we can see that that's kind of going out at an angle. That's okay. All right, so now we have, let's say, 3/4 of a wall on this side. And then if we go over here, we've got roughly about the same. Now remember, this building is not square. The buildings that they're building are not perfectly square. So even if you try to align it to the building, it's most likely not going to work out. So you try what I call close enough. Also, you can see that I'm not pushing it too close to the edge of the settlement. That's an important thing as well. All right, let's go ahead and finish this out and see how we are along the long ways. Again, this is only for testing, everybody. You definitely want to test how you're going to do all of this first and how your alignments are. Is it going to end up where this is too close to the building, which it kind of looks like it is, where they cannot walk around in there. And if we did this right, of course, it should link up on both sides. I already feel like I want to extend that just a little bit more. And so this is going to act as the foundation of our entire base. And so as we've decided, we're actually going to utilize our stuff here. There we go. And you can see, look, there's a gap there. And the reason why there's a gap there is the way that we're doing our walls. Like this one is on the exterior of this. This one is on the exterior of this. And then when we go down here, how is this one? Is this one connected to the edge or not? And we can see this is really close on this side and down to the point at which they can't even get past it. They can always go in here, but I feel like this side is really good. This side's definitely enough for kind of, you want to think about it as two people walking along in there, you know, so they don't get stuck in there. All of this is looking good. Just that back side, I kind of feel like that one needs another one out to give them plenty of room to move around down here. And there we go. And oh, again, we're going to do this off the end. Oh, so finicky. So finicky. And again, let's double check that is, yep. Going off the end there. And you're going to notice that I have the sound off. Our happiness is going to go down. We don't have any beds or power or any of that stuff. Or food. They'll be fine. It goes down really slow. If you start getting down in the 30s, that's when you want to start, you know, getting nervous. But if we do this right, it should end up fairly close. Now, again, you see that little bit of gap. That little bit of gap is because of the way that we're actually attaching. So if we're either attaching this way, it'll end up like that. Now, also, going this way, again, we can see that this one is matching that way. And then we'll go around this one. This one's matching that way. And then over here, this one's extending beyond the wall. Then that one's going this way. And then this one here needs to go outside. So it's extending beyond the wall. So what it was is it was on the inside like this. And that's why it's not lining up. And so we go outside beyond the wall. Now you go, well, Kismet, why doesn't it line up across the way here? Well, I'll go ahead and show you right here by moving this all over this way just a bit. Because if we see here, there's like a gap of 2. And if we go over to this side and we run along here, we want to see that this is all aligned. And then that is aligned on that side, and they're all going very similar to each other. So if you're going to start from this side, you want to start here and then start to do them across in the same direction. Do the walls in the same direction to try to make them line up. Now, sometimes when you are putting your walls down here, what it will do is not match up on the other end here, like right here. So the best thing to do is kind of reverse engineer what's going on with your concrete walls by taking all of these out. Because these walls might have been left over from the previous time that I had that down. So I definitely want to take that out. I want to go over here and say, okay, how is my walls aligned? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. And then we'll go over here and we'll say, okay, this one is offset. Yep, right there. We'll go around the other side too to make sure that it is capped off perfectly on that side. Like the other one is. It is. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if we take this one and we put this on the outside, and now we redo the walls like this, in theory, it should be aligned to the rest of them because we did redo. And this is probably one of the most frustrating things when you're fuddling around with it, when you're trying a bunch of things and then it doesn't line up. I find the best thing to do is just take it out, re-put it back in again, and you'll end up getting pretty close. And you're like, oh, wow, it's still not working, right? Still not working, still not perfectly aligning in there. Take this out, right? You can see that this is actually at an angle. And just keep walking that in that direction. Now, again, in this case, we could go ahead and put this here, and then, again, just redo. Now, I just store them in the workbench, so I'm not wasting my resources. And you could do this forever, everybody. You can just keep going round and round and round and try to figure out why this is all not working. But it also has to do with the length of what you're doing as well, right? So it's the length of it. Now we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. So just start in one location and start building very similarly across here. Now on one side, to make up for the two issue, we'll want to put one of these inside like this, right? And then on this side, we'll also want to go in and say, okay, hold on, we're going to go ahead and put this on the inside as well. So this is actually it's like in capping this way, and then the side ones are inset. So we're going to fix that on both sides. We're going to use this kind of as our Rosetta Stone, this long way here. We're going to set those in this time, and then again, go in and readjust all of these. I suggest that you take a few of them out so they're not making it difficult for you to snap, or you can just take them all out, which is sometimes what I do, so they're not potentially blocking your ability, and then just store them and then run them around. And we'll see if we can get this to line up. The whole point is you have one wall that is in the place you want it to do, that aligns to everything that you just did, right? All the work you just did to figure out your distances and where you want everything to line up. And again, these are end caps, so those could go like this and like that. And we can see that this one is perfect, very nice, which is about 2 on that side, which is what I want. You can see I'm actually bringing this in closer because I'm now working with end caps instead of working with just the where it's pushed on the outside the whole entire time. And then again, this one's going to be inside, but actually I wouldn't even do that one. I would just walk to this side and take all of these out and then end cap this one like this. And again, we're still getting a pretty good adjustment there. And then this one's a little close on this side. But again, you just keep doing it until you get your proportions correct. And then if you've done it correctly, and again, you put the ones at the end caps at the end and then lined on the edge, like we're doing here, in theory, these should line up. If I can get it to pay attention. If I can get it to cooperate, like this. And then, go on in there. I know you go in there. Ugh, so feisty. Boom. And now you can see it perfectly lined up, right? And that's, again, I did that on purpose so you could see if I go outside, it ends up where it's 2 left, right? And the reason why those 2 are left is because you're pushing the side walls out. And then you end up with 2 left at the end. But if you push the side ones in and have the in ones just line up perfectly like end caps, then it will line up perfectly all the way around the whole entire build, which is pretty awesome. Now, this looks pretty good. This isn't too bad. This is a little close over here. Little close on this side. This side looks good. Now, again, kind of feel like I want to push that out just by one more this way. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this out, and we're going to take this out, and then this is going to be our central alignment. So we're going to go like this, move that up just a little bit, and then we're going to readjust this again. And you're just going to do as many times as it takes, everybody. As many times as it takes to get it where it's aligned. You want to do all this work first. Right, all this work first, for sure. And we're going to add an extra one to this row. Do all this work of alignment and getting it kind of centered how you want it to be. before you do anything else. Don't start putting down all your food and all that other stuff, because you're just going to end up moving it and readjusting it most likely. And then there we go this way. And then we'll take these out. And then again, all I really need to do is take a look at how much space I have here now. So 1.5 there. And then we'll go to this side and we'll say, oh, okay, this is about 3/4. So again, take this out and then take that one out, move this further up to try to balance both sides. And again, back at it like this. Now, sometimes this can start going at an angle and really screw you up. And you can see I'm also moving it this way just a little bit. Just a little bit. And again, this is like measuring tape. I'm just measuring the distances and trying to center the distances. You can do a lot of math to make this work as well. But I find just a little trial and error is a good way of doing it. You don't have to be a math whiz to make this happen. And you can see I moved that a bit forward. And you can see I moved it by that much based on that particular piece. And there we go. It's okay if it's floating, by the way. So still about a 1 and a little bit. Let's see how much we moved it over here. It's about a 1 that way. And then this is all nice down the side there. It looks like a little bit. So it's kind of going in a perspective. You can see it's kind of coming in a little bit. So I might want to angle that out just a little bit. And then lots of room in the back. And I think our big problem is going to be this far side. So let's go ahead and take all of this out. And take out our long ways here. And see if we can sneak in another wall on that far side. And I would favor this side because that's the interior of the settlement. You have more room on that side than you do on this side. So again, I'm going to go ahead and just walk this right over here. Very, very fun to get it going. Hey, Machete, what up? Hey, Jockers. We got 5 retweets. Oh, well then let's go ahead and shower you guys with a bunch of kids caps. There you go. Enjoy. What's up, Gundam? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. I appreciate it. Going. What up, Dragon Wolf? Thanks for chilling out in the channel. Thanks, everybody, for watching on all of the various platforms. Appreciate y'all. Okay, so there we go. So that is really close to the edge there. Don't like it. It is way too close. I kind of feel like this all needs to be pushed in that direction. We'll say we're going to do this 1 wall wide on this side. So this side is really the side that's having the problem, right? So we should use this side as our kind of main area. Now, we've already figured out how far this way to go. Now we just need the left to right, right? We already have the front to back ratio down. And again, just store these back in the workbench and you're good. So we got our front to back ratio pretty well. It's about 1 and let's say 1/4. And then on this side is just about 1. So it's actually favoring the back corner there. And I would actually bring it this way. I would favor, again, the interior, which is this way, and the interior, which is that way, because there's much more room on that side. So maybe just a little bit back this way. But we definitely want to favor this way on this. Now we can start to use this as our main alignment, right? So we're going to grab this, and we're going to move it to the left here. Keeping it kind of where it is, and then kind of backing it up as well. So we want to go left like this, and then let's say this, and then back just a little bit to give it a little bit more front to back action over here this way. And then that is going to be our main piece. Now, we would definitely, before we would do that, we should go in and say, okay, hold on, let's check this. Let's check it this way first and see how we like the gap there. Much nicer. Getting it nice and centered around this building. Now, remember, we're not even going to use these pieces. We're just using them for alignment and distances and whatnot. And this is all the work you want to do before you do anything else. And then right here. And we're also using, again, an end cap system where this is like the end of the wall. And then the walls sit in between the side walls. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I would definitely run this all the way around to get that vibe to see how it feels all the way. And you can see we've moved this forward a bit this way, and that's going to do that. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and just add another one at the end here to kind of move this out just a little bit further. There we go. And then now we're going to have a lot of extra room on this side. Now I can use a smaller wall, which will reduce that distance, but that's okay if this end has a lot extra. And then this side over here has just enough where people can walk by, and then a bit of room on the exterior of the settlement. And that's so I can build turrets and things like that that will be able to affect that edge. All right, now we just go ahead and just build out the rest of these and just see how it feels. And if it feels good, then we're ready for our next stage. It's okay if it's floating and all of that. We can fix our floating stuff, but it doesn't really matter at this stage because, again, this is all like scaffolding. This is all measurements to center our vault up above. There we go. Try not to sneeze in your guys' ears there. All right. And then around this way. And definitely looks like it moved a bit front to back a little extra here. It's because we probably put an extra wall in, which is great. And trying to give a nice big amount of room there. So again, they don't have to run into each other and get stuck, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to get stuck on that outer wall. So you definitely want to give them plenty of extra room. And this is fine. They've got lots of room in the back, lots of room in the front. And we'll line all of these like so. And then what I would do is actually do it from this side, because this is your primary side, storing all those back into the workbench. And again, if we do it right, it should match up when we get to the end. And again, that'll be real frustrating, because you'll do what I was showing you there, where you'll get all the way to the end and then it'll be off. And you're like, well, how can that possibly be off? Well, it's because of the way you put your walls. The way you put your walls is vitally important. Now, of course, if there wasn't a building there, we could just do our foundations, and if we could remove crap like that, which there is a mod that lets you do that, by the way. I don't have it on right now, but we just tear that building down and rebuild one. That would work as well. And there we go, perfectly aligned and perfectly set up, and with lots of room on the exteriors. Very nice. Okay. Now, the whole point of this is to lead into our vault-tec kit. Now, one of the problems with the vault-tec kit, and we'll just go ahead and take this out and try to put a wall in here, is that it varies in size. So if I go in and say, hey, I want to put in this vault-tec wall here, we can see that the size of the wall is not exactly the same as these other, but that's why we left a little bit of room. So if it shrinks a little bit, it'll be fine. Now, the other problem is I can't just snap those to that right there. And you definitely want to figure out your height on this side. So if we take this out here, we hold down, hit E, and then hold down E and the scroll wheel, we can see that that sets itself down into the ground, which is pretty awesome. Then we want to align all of this, right? How do we align it to each other? Well, we want to go ahead and grab another wall, put that up on top, and actually work at the level up above to make the level down below work. So we'll go ahead and get our concrete floor. We're going to put that right there. And then our concrete floors will work with our atrium floors. And then now we're going to transition to an atrium floor. Then we're going to go ahead and utilize our wall right up here. There we go. And you're going to also see that our walls set to the interior, everyone. Now, again, you can try to get it to set to the exterior, but the best thing to do is put one wall down and then take another wall and try to snap it back to back here. Or, even easier, you can go ahead and just take your atrium floor, snap it this way. Oh, I'm going to take the wall out first. Snap it this way, and then take this out, and then take your wall and snap it as an exterior wall, and you will see now it aligns to that wall. So again, being very diligent pays off. Now, do we want this on the exterior or do we want it on the interior? In my case, I want it to be on the interior, so when you're inside the vault, you'll see that facing toward the in, so you don't have to look at the back of it, which is this, right? Which is typically on the exterior. But you can modify however you want. You can make that choice right now in the very beginning, because it's going to have an effect, especially in the corners, overall the whole entire build. And again, you can see that we have this nicely spaced out, and now we can transition from the concrete kit to the vault-tec kit. So for in my case, I'm going to have it on the interior. Oh, if it lets me use my fingers here, there we go. I'm going to have this on the interior like this, and then take this one out, and then again shrink it in just a little bit. That's why I left lots of space. You're going to see this actually ends up shrinking in and being pushed in around there. So our vault, though, is going to be up much higher. We're going to have it up here. And again, to stack stuff vertically, you just keep stacking walls. It works on the vault-tec kit, and then it also works on your concrete kit, where you can then just do that, and then we'll stack it up there. Now, if we did it correctly, in theory, we could just go in and stack this all the way across, and it's not going to hit the top of the roof. I believe I've got it correctly, but you never know until you get her done. Right over here. There we go. All the way across. Looking sexy. I love it. All right. So we not only did we align everything else, but we also aligned it where we can go across. Now, also, we can use the side areas as supports. So we can go in and say, okay, well, we're just going to go in and we're going to use that as our side supports, as well as our walls, to make it look legit, like it's actually holding it up above our area. As well as we could utilize our doorways if we wanted to, and snap our doorways in. Now, you're going to notice that the doorway does not like to go there. It will not sink in the ground, so you have to be real smart about how your doorways are going to go in certain spots, because it wouldn't sink into there because that's too far, but here it will. But can you get through the doorway is the question. Can I get through that doorway? No. So again, it is too far sunk in the ground. So again, watching where you're putting your doorways is vitally important. Now, all of this other stuff I no longer need, because this piece is now automatically set up where I can go in and do whatever I want to do. Now, we also need to think about piece efficiency. Now, I have removed the build limit, but if you want to be efficient in your piece building, you might want to use these right here. Now, these are going to go ahead and basically, you can even see it's got windows in there. Very cool. Basically, be one piece, and it will take up a lot less of your build limit because it's all one piece. Now, obviously, we don't want that in the way because it's going to be blocking everybody. So we want to think of more of maybe a piece like this, right? So you can see it's sunk in the ground. You can't see the bottom piece. And so we can go ahead and take this out. And then again, if you're not using mods, you can absolutely try to utilize these. Now, of course, every time I try to do anything in a settlement, and I don't know why this is, they set this up where every single NPC wants to be right where you are and right where you're building, which is irritating to no end, everybody. So I'm going to hit that bell, and I'm going to have them walk all the way over there. Now, I actually don't need any of these concrete walls anymore, so I'm just going to move them out of the way so all these people can walk way off out of my face. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to try to do as many as we can. Now, again, just like the other things, in some ways it's going to let you snap, and in other locations it's not going to let you snap that stuff. And again, we'll remove these, and we'll try to get these to snap together. So it definitely does not want to snap any of that, for sure. Let's go ahead and try to snap it with our foundations up here. And again, as long as we leave some foundations and things of that nature, it should allow us to align all of this. And again, see, this one does not like to go into the ground. Plus, you have this extra bottom piece here, which you don't really want. And because I have unlimited building, in my case, I would at least use some pieces that would reduce it. If I didn't have the build limit, unlimited build limit. But in this case, since we are doing mega building, I'm just going to go ahead and utilize the atrium walls because those will sink into the ground a little bit easier. as well. Now, we need to go ahead and also check and see if everything is going to work out okay here in the corners. And we're going to take all of this out. And we need a nice corner piece. Like so. And then you're just going to do the same thing you did before. Except for now we're doing it for real. We're doing it for realsies, everybody. We're doing it for real in the fact that we're going to actually try to keep this going. And again, underneath here. Now, again, that's too low. So that's not going to let me get under there. What could I do instead? I could actually use my concrete there and whatnot. Again, some of these will not let you snap that. Let's just go ahead and do all of this up here and see if it lets us snap any of this. Nope. Over there. Again, all the way across. And then corner piece around here. And we can, again, look at how it's going. Now, that one seems to be a lot further out on the side. You can see it's actually going outside the thing. So this would most likely go that. And it still looks pretty good. Again, this is ever so slightly in there, but we'll take all this out. We were just using this as a measurement tool and an alignment tool. All right, now on this side we've got a big problem, right? So it's kind of sitting where it's not going to align very well. We can't put these things under here, but we have the power to adjust that. So we're going to take this off, put this over here. Well, if it lets me, there we go. Then we're going to hit E, and we're going to hold down E, and we're going to scroll wheel down until that turns. Oops, I moved it just a little bit. Move back just a little bit. Hit E to pick it up, and then hold down E, scroll wheel down until that goes into the ground. Oh, it doesn't want to. Okay, we got to get it from the other side so we can see what we're doing. All right. And so hit E, hold down E, scroll down, and there we go. Boom. Now that should stay aligned or pretty well aligned to what it already has. And then again, we use that as a reference. And again, do and undo, because we're going to do the high side first. Because duh, you'd want to do the high side first because that is going to allow you to line this first edge, which is going to have issues. Now, if we have a little bit of a gap under there, you might be fine. Again, you could try to go in and try to adjust that for sure, especially using your corner pieces here. So that's not too bad. We would say that this corner is probably the corner that's having the most problem and also the most people in my face. Go over here, people. And so we can go ahead and try to use this corner as our Rosetta Stone. Now again, remember, we're going to be bringing the whole entire vault down. I don't want to talk to any of you people. Go away. Go away, settlers. Let me do my job. Hey, Paladin Dance, get over here. Come on, Paladin Dance. Let's go. Stay there. Sometimes it's good to actually dismiss your companion because they're going to be up in your face. So again, right over here, take this out. We're going to go here to the high side. Going to hit E. Hope it doesn't do that. That's what you don't want it to do. You don't want it to automatically move. When you do it, sometimes it will try to drop to the ground, which is okay, but as long as it doesn't move, that's the biggest problem. And I can see that that needs to go down just a bit more. Let's see if we can do it by taking one of these, which are going to hopefully, no, it's not going to do that. So we're going to need to actually use a wall over here. We're going to need to probably use multiple walls. Oh, we're going to need to turn the corner first. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do is go ahead and do this. And then we're going to turn the corner like this. And then we're going to use a wall here. Then take this out, put this wall around the edge. Because the one we really want to align is this edge wall over here. And then we can backtrack it down. So hit E, hopefully it just drops straight down, which it did, and then sits on the ground nicely. Now, what we want to do is to walk this one, oh, Eager Tours needs some help. Walk this one forward, take this one out, put our corner back in again. Our corner's now going to snap on that lower side. This should hopefully snap into there. Well, not quite as good as you want it to, but we'll go ahead and do this. Now, again, this is where you're going to keep running into these limitations. Notice how I took it out and then put it down? Then it has a tendency to work a little bit more. Hold down E, scroll down. And see how when I let go of E, it moves? Which it shouldn't do. It should stay wherever I scrolled it to, because now I can't hit E to make it do what I want it to do, which is really irritating. There we go. So all you have to do is try to look at it from different directions. So if it's not snapping how you want it to snap, try it from an angle. Try it from front. Try it from the back. Try it from an angle on the corner, right? Until it snaps the way in which you want it to snap and aligns the way you want it to align. And again, that's my biggest tip on all of this, is to just keep trying. And once you know that it works, like I know that this works, so I don't have to go, oh, I wonder if this is going to work, right? I know that works. And so I have that power of knowledge that I know that that does its thing. Now we'll bring these back up again here. And then again, we want to test up over the top here and then put an extra one in. So we can get that going, and then we'll see. Okay, yeah, definitely came down and is most likely going to ram into the top of the building. But that's okay. I can just move it up one more when we get to that. What we're trying to do is very nicely have the wall sit in the ground, and this takes a lot of work. And I actually figured this out toward the beginning of the game. And I did this with the metal walls. And so what I did is I made a bunch of walls all the way around Sanctuary so that I could defend Sanctuary. And then I realized in the game that they just teleport in the middle of your base. Even if you have walls up with no doorways and no ways to access the interior of your base, somehow they end up in the middle of your base anyway, which could be really, really annoying. And you can see this is actually working out quite well in all of this. And might have went a little bit far on that side. That's okay. We'll go ahead and go back this way, across here. And actually aligning with your vault-tec kit in this case is actually a little easier, because when you get to the corners, you're going to use yourself a nice little corner piece. And if we did it correctly, it should just connect just like that. And mwah! Beautiful build, everybody. Look at that. Beautifully built. We figured out all the distances. We figured out all the gaps. And you can see we have plenty of room around the outside, because, again, they're going to get stuck around this outside. You want to definitely have a little bit of room for them to walk here and there and everywhere. We want them also have the ability to get to the upper vault. Now, see how this side over here has a bit of less room than this side over here has a bit extra. And I did that on purpose so that they can actually go from this lower level to the upper level. And so we're going to go ahead and use our domestic ladder like we've been using before. And we're going to go ahead and utilize this to have basically a stairwell where they can go from here up into the upper level. Now we're going to need probably a couple of them, because it's going to need to go a certain distance. So the best thing to do is to figure out that stairwell stuff right now, right? Figure it out ahead of time so that you don't end up having to rework everything because your stairwells are not in there. You can also take that and say, you know what, I want to move that to the other side over here. Now, I probably wouldn't modify this, and you definitely would most likely want to move this way. But because it's sitting very well right there, and I knew, you know, you can go a little bit in, but if you go too far in, these pieces right here are not going to snap very well. So even though I would prefer the ladder being on this side, I know that it's smarter for me to put it on the back side and then put my fast travel over there. So I end up being right by the stairs, and then I can run up in the vault, or I can run into here if I so desire. So very, very much smarter to do the back in this particular case, just because you have that hill going right there. Big time. Spotted by the drive me nuts. Mod settlements attack beyond fix that. That is true. Yes, there are some mods that do fix that. Anything you can think of, everybody, there are mods that do that. And I'm using what I call light modding right now, where of course I have the perk that basically makes it, or the fix, the unofficial patch for the game right now is the first mod I put in there, and then oh wow, that's perfect. And then we're even going to put a domestic doorway here at the end, like that, just to make that a little easier transition, so they can go up into there. But that is the first mod I typically add, is the one that basically fixes the game, which is good. I kind of feel like, oh, Coastal Cottage under attack. Man, we got a lot of place to go defend. I kind of feel like this needs to go forward by 1. Just so it's like the entrance is right here in the corner. And that'll give us a little extra room on that side, maybe. Though, no, I kind of like that, because then on this side, I could go in and do that. We could also do an elevator. I kind of feel like maybe an elevator here. Let's go ahead and do our elevators. If you didn't know, everybody, there's elevators in this game, and they actually have multiple levels. And if you know how to do them, you can actually make them do some magical stuff. You can see I've got a 4-level elevator that I could stick right over here. Now, the hardest thing is getting this elevator to snap to all of this other stuff, especially the vault-tec kit. And again, it needs to be on a nice, flat, low surface. So how do we get that to do its thing? Well, of course, we do what we always do and reverse engineer or make things do what we want it to do, right? We can't snap that in there, won't snap this in here. But if we go over here to our vault-tec atrium floors and we try to put our atrium floor down, you can see we can put an atrium floor there. And then over here. Now, I have thousands of hours of building here in Fallout 4. And again, we're going to have that problem in the corner. Let's take our corner out here and snap that in. Again, build order is very important as well. So we can try to take that out. I kind of feel like I'm going to have to inset that, though, because it definitely feels like it's going to be troublesome in that corner. I typically don't like stairwells to end in the corner, and I don't like to have this stuff in the corners because it makes it more difficult for you to use your external pieces. Again, right here, we'd want this to go right here, and that's definitely not going to let us do that. It's not going to like that at all. Now, when it comes to these things here, by the way, you can use your concrete walls. I believe they'll snap here. One of these walls actually snapped to the side of this. Maybe it's our wood walls. Man, it's been so long since I even thought of doing that. Let's see. Yes, it's the wood walls that snap to the exterior of this, so we can get away with a little bit of this. And it really just defends the area. It doesn't really defend there. But we could put some wood walls there, and it's okay. Do I really like it all that much? Not really. Not really. I kind of feel like I could move this forward just a little bit and put this actually on the other side, so we could use the elevator or the thing. Because when you're in the elevator going up, you're going to get shot at. But you can also use the elevator as a platform for shooting the peeps, like a sniper tower. So you can go up to level 3 and then just sit up there and sniper everybody. So maybe we'll leave it in the corner as a sniper tower. I really kind of like that. And I like the way that it's oriented right now. It's oriented directly toward us. We got the power on the inside here, which we'll use our vault power. And I'll actually bring the power right to this point right here. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. Where we go in and we put the power in so far ahead of time that when we actually put our power in, this elevator is just going to start working straight away, because we can just run that just like that. And you're like, well, Kismet, how does the power get there? I'm going to show you that later on. So we're able to kind of put that in the corner. You know what? I like it. I typically don't like to put it in the corner, but I'm going to go with that. And then this side is cornering out nicely to the edge of the wall. All right, and then this is up high enough to where it is now not going to go through the thing here. And again, we can try the low side just to show you guys that obviously is going to run right where we don't want it to go. We want to get this up above, and we want to go ahead and protect our food here. Now, another thing that we want to do is we want to go ahead and get this from over here and this. Now, remember, most of these pieces are temporary, right? Like the walls in the bottom there, when I was using the concrete, was just temporary to kind of get it aligned. Now, you can go in and even fine-tune it even more if you want. I feel like at a certain point it's fine. Then I swapped it over to the vault-tec kit, because this way I can align it easier with the concrete kit, and then swap to the vault-tec kit using the foundations. Then you'll see me use a lot of atrium floors, because those are awesome for transitioning between kits and rooms. And then you'll see me come back later and take out all the atrium stuff and add rooms and all that kind of fun stuff over here. So this is actually where the elevator is going to be. Now, we can actually test the elevator. Look at them all getting in the elevator. We can actually test the elevator. And also, by the way, this is a good location to put a doorway there, too. Put a doorway on the other side if you want them to be able to access that exterior. But we're just going to go ahead and use a little bit of power here just to get this going. I actually forget how much power this thing takes. It takes 5. Okay, well, we don't want to use that. We'll use this one. And we're just going to, actually, we just throw it up here on top of here. Get it out of the way. And then run that to there. And now our elevator actually works. So we can go and we can click this. And again, great little sniper tower. All the way up to the top. And there we go. Now we're at the top of the vault. Now, another thing we want to look at is how tall is our vault? Do we need one that goes to 4? Or maybe we just need one that goes to 3? Because we have different ones. And we can choose the actual level of those elevators, right? So when we go in, and we go to our elevators here, you'll see that we have a 2nd floor, a 3rd floor, and a 4th floor elevator. So we really only need a 3 level, and we have a 4 level in here right now. So, because we're only going to go to right here, level 3, and there's no reason to do that unless we want to keep it as a sniper tower, which we're exactly going to do, or if we want to go onto the roof, which is another reason why I used the 4 instead of the 3. So here we can go to the vault on 3. We can go up to the top. It'll be a sniper tower up there. Or we can also use it to go on the roof of the vault that we're going to have right here. All right. So that explains a bit of that. Our edges are looking beautiful. We can put our Kismet kill boxes right on the edges, and they'll be able to shoot straight down. We'll also probably put some kill boxes up in those corners over there, some standalone kill boxes. I'm going to show you how to make those nice and easy. I would say one of the most important things you do, especially when you're playing in survival mode like me, is you definitely want to save, because that was a lot of work, and now that's a permanent save. All right, good. We're good. Also got infection that I'm going to need to deal with over here. Let's go ahead and deal with that with our antibiotics. Put a bunch of food in our belly, or a bunch of water in our belly, and a bunch of food in our belly as well, so we don't have to worry about that for right now. All right, there we go. Very nice. Took care of all of that. And we can see that this is looking pretty well. So we basically did that. Now we can also do it on the house over there. Now we got all of our moo-moos over there on the house. But again, you can see this is going to be a fairly big size vault. And we're going to use this lower area, which I rarely ever do because they'll end up inside there. And they still will, even though I have this blocked off. And there's no entry in here. There's no doorways. There's no way to get to the interior of this area. They will still end up in the middle of the area, everybody. You just got to live with it. You just have to live with it for sure. There we go. Or a pit of skulls would be nice. Well, there you go. There you go. Maybe a pit of skulls around the base to give like a little warding to make sure people don't come in and get in trouble. Thanks for hanging out, Pear. Appreciate you hanging out over there on YouTube. Cat B coming in says, hello, everyone. Hope you are all well. I'm doing good, Cat B. We're doing some mega building tonight. Always one of my favorites. We're actually getting a lot of these done. We only have 4 more mega builds after this one. And then we're going heavy storyline, everybody. Very, very heavy storyline where we finish up the basics, and we're going to choose our faction that we're going to side with, which I already know, and Notorious TDK knows because he picked the faction because he donated to charity, and he got to choose the faction that we're going to choose. I'm not going to tell you; it's still going to be a surprise here on the stream, but we'll see. We'll see which one it is when we get there, so definitely stick around for that, everybody, as I play through. Now, again, normally play on Mondays, or Sundays and Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm not going to go too late tonight, everybody, because tomorrow we want to get in some 76, so we're definitely going to work on all of that for sure. Okay, and we've got our doorway looking good here. Now we have to decide what type of vault we want to have here, right? And this is going to be, again, a farming vault, right? Now, of course, we want to have all of our vendors and all of that stuff, and we want them to be safe up here in a tower. Normally, when you have peeps up in a tower in a higher level, it's very difficult for them to get to there, because as they're coming up here, you can put some turrets, and as they're running up the stairs, you can just wipe them out. As well, you put turrets on the low side, you put turrets on the side over there, you put turrets down here. I mean, if they're coming in trying to get up into the vault, they're going to have a big, big problem. So the only thing that we're going to have down here is the various different types of food, right? And we'll have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little bit of that. It's not going to be a massive amount, but we'll have a little bit of each thing, and each of those things will basically be used up by each person working on those things. Now, the more food you have, the less scrap you can collect, or the less they can work in the vendors, and less there'll be a provisioner, and so on and so forth. You get the general idea. But the nice thing is if they really have a good ability to walk up and down the stairs, there's nothing blocking. Notice we didn't have to put any ramps this time. It just happened to work out. Well, we don't have to do any ramps or steps or any of that stuff. Now, this particular vault is going to be a food vault. So we're going to go ahead and start with what I call the Rosetta Stone piece, which is going to be the piece that goes right here in the corner. And so we're going to need to take this out. And we're going to need to transition from this kit, which is the atrium, the vault-tec atrium kit, to one of the room kits. So the first thing we're going to do is get our atrium doorway, because this is how we transition, just like this. And then we will go ahead and go to our room kit. Now, our room kits, we have a bunch of different room kits. We have common, cafeteria, clinic, nursery, overseer's quarters, and security. The one we're going to use for this is going to be the cafeteria one. Now, of course, we want to go ahead and transition like this. Now, obviously, that's not going to be there because that would be super awkward, but it will allow me to go in and put in the actual ones that I want to do, like right here. And then this right here is a final piece. So once I have that piece in, I no longer need any of these pieces, and allows me to align that. I could also try to align the doorway to the stairwell, so that it snapped to the stairwell itself. I find it's easier just to do that. Put down a atrium, door to door. Now you transition into your room kits. By the way, I can also switch between room kits, and those actually work together. So if I wanted to put, say, an overseer's wall here, this is snapping to this, not to the atrium. It's not snapping to the atrium, which it doesn't do, which I don't know why. I don't make the games, everybody. I just play the games. I don't know why by default that does not just automatically snap to that, but we do what we got to do. But all of the room kits do work together. So you can, alternate your room kits if you want. I'm not going to, but you absolutely can. And then, of course, we can go in and stylize a bit. We could go ahead and put in a window, say, in here. So this is going to be like the giant cafeteria area for them to enjoy. So we're just going to go ahead and bring this all the way across. Again, all this other stuff is just temporary, just for us to get our sizing down, our height, our width, all of that stuff looking good. And then all the way here to the corner. Now, I suggest when you hit the corners that you definitely want to put in a doorway. And there's several doorways in here. There we go. Several doorways in here which you can just lean out. All right, you're like, who wants to die out here? Bow, 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 right? You just lean out that doorway. Now, of course, you definitely want it to be where they can't get underneath you. You can see that they can't get underneath. I can shoot anybody under there just by turning at an angle. Or even smarter, if there was somebody right here, I would actually run to the other side and shoot across this way. Or I might just jump down and shoot them too. But that just makes it easier if you don't put it over the side, because you don't want them to get underneath. The same thing with doorways. I do the same thing in games like 7 Days to Die and things like that. I turn the doorway in which it's flush to the outer wall. I don't want it to be this way where they can walk in and then be in this little cubby hole by the door and just take the door out. I want them to be pushed out flat against the outside wall, so I can just shoot straight down and hit them without getting into the interior of the base. So that's why I do that. And again, you can see that the whole wall that we did in the beginning is the thing that makes all the rest of this stuff possible. Now, in most vaults, by the way, you don't have exterior windows, but since this is a vault at a certain location, we're just going to go ahead and do this, like so, over here. And I kind of feel like we might want to put a lot of extra doors in the alternate direction, say like this. We'll go doors at the end, and then we'll want to think about our doors over here. So this door that way, and then this door this way, and then we'll put an eternal one, which is going to go, so the mid one is going to be for defending this side. So now you can defend this way or that way. And then this one is going to be out here because you're going to get attacked mostly from this side. I find that they typically come running up here at this particular location. From there. Now remember, we can always go up on the roof too and attack up there. And I will actually put a stairwell in that'll help us get there. So I'm kind of syncing both sides to be basically the same. And of course, we're going to use the ladder or the elevator on that side, which will allow us to shoot out that way. And then we're going to kind of sync these across where this will be the center and this one should go this other way. Like this. Fingers work together. There we go. And right there. Okay. And then we'll put our windows back in again. Like this. And we'll say the middle point here. There. No. One more over, it looks like. Take this out. Again, I wish this had what Satisfactory has, where you can just pick up the piece and then do the same piece over and over again. That would be super useful. Now, in this particular case here, I'm also going to put a doorway at the end here. So in case I want to lean out here, or I can get on this, and I can actually just call this through me there, and then use this platform for shooting out beyond the base. Very, very cool. Now, we also probably want to put a doorway there going that direction to kind of defend it. Now, the actual vault itself is going to be pushed in a little bit because you can see we have this edge. Also, very cool to be able to go out and use this like a ramp to get up to the top. So very, very nicely set up to basically have a built-in ramp there. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way, and we're definitely going to have to rethink this corner here. Let's go ahead and do this way, like this. Very nice. All right, and then windows over here. There's our windows there. I hate it because when these pieces are rotating. So irritating. Rotating, rotating, rotating. And then this one, make that one into a doorway so we can go out, use that as a ramp, or stand on the edge and shoot the baddies. Now these ones over here, you don't really need a window right there because that's just basically looking at the side of the thing. There, maybe actually, let's move this down there for a second. Maybe this over, just one more there. And then we'll put this one here. Kind of like that a little better. There we go, yes, because then you're up on the top there and you're almost to the top here. Kind of like that a little better in the way that that works. Okay, now what do we need to do? Well, just fill in the middle. And again, when you get big chunks of things done here, I want to actually put another one of these straight across. There's 3 windows there, 3 windows there. And so we're 3 windows down on this other side. Just to kind of sync those. Again, I don't do too much symmetry. I do sometimes try to align myself here so I can get to both sides. Now, another thing that that's going to do right there is allow me to do what I call the quick transfer here, where I can run from one side to another right down the center. Now, this will actually be center, and this will stay clear, where I can run from one side to another. But also, if you notice that I have all the things lined up this way, except for that one that's by the ramp. So now I can go ahead and basically just make this my center walkway, like this. And then on this side, we're going to do the same thing, but it's going to be offset just a little bit for that doorway. That's okay. That's why I put the doorway there originally, and I thought, nah, I'll move it over. It doesn't have to be symmetrical, but it's fine. So this is now going to set this into a bunch of different areas. Now, when we're going to do something very unique at this location, we are actually going to use the different kits in these middle areas here. Now, the reason why we're going to use those different kits is to signify different things. Now, of course, we can also go in and adjust put walls in and all of that stuff. But we can go ahead and make this different things. So this side is going to be security. So this is where they're going to be coming in originally. Or we can just make this look cool and then use that for vending, which is what I'm going to do. This side over here is quarters, but I don't have to use it for quarters. I can just as easily use it for food or whatever else I want to put there. And then over on this side, we're going to go ahead and use the nursery area. right here, which is going to give us this nice blue. Now, again, it doesn't matter what it says it's for. You can use it for whatever you want. So we're going to give this a very unique pattern in the fact that it has different colors. And then, of course, the clinic here also with the tiled floor, which looks pretty awesome. And this is just to show you that you can use different room kits for different things. And I find the middle ones are the cool way of making, you can see we've got a different pattern right there. We got like a plus pattern there, or an X pattern if you look at it from this way. And so now we've basically embellished the way that it looks, and it has the same functionality as if we made it all the same. But we definitely this is the type of things I do when I'm doing mega building, where I'm embellishing it and making it look cool, basically. All right, now one of the things that I do like to do is I like to make sure that they do have lots of beds. Now, in this case, I'm actually going to make it where they're not right next to each other, or they're not all spread out, because this area is going to be a little smaller. I can also make another level and put it up above there. I have also removed the height limit of building using a mod. So I've removed the height limit. I've put a few mods in that make a kind of clean version of all of these. I guess I could have got the Green Top Nursery clean version. Let's save and see if there's a Green Top Nursery clean version. Let's go see. Let's go see in our mods. So we go over here to mods, and we're gonna use the creation kit. And I don't think I have any in here. And you can see I've got blue waters, which I really like. Let me slide myself way over here. I've got blue waters, coastal cottage repaired, clean and simple sanctuary I took out, and Boston Airport I took out because it was blocking some of the stuff that we built. Abernathy Farm, clean and simple. Murkwater, clean and simple there. Spectacle Island, a really good one, by the way. It actually rebuilds that building, which is pretty cool. Unlimited settlement, and so on, and SFE for other stuff we're doing. And then also an alert that basically says, hey, this settlement is being attacked. Speaking of, when there's some other settlement I had to go and defend. Oh, man, a couple of them. Coastal Cottage and Egret Tours. I think Egret Tours were the first one we had to help. All right, now that we saved, let's go help Egret Tours real quick here. And then Coastal Cottage, and then we'll come back. All right, here we go, before we forget again. Now, I think Outpost Zamanda we have to go to and repair at some point. Get that going. All right, let's get into a little bit of action. Again, as we find that our settlements need help, we'll go and help them along the way.
This is gonna be fun. So that's
oh, and I failed to help Coastal Cottage.
kill them all. Look at all the blood.
And that is the power of the Kismet kill box right there. Everybody knows I didn't even shoot a shot at all. They just wiped them out. Now, I missed out on Coastal Cottage, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up and test something here. Let's go ahead and back up and see if I go to Coastal Cottage first, does Egret Tours fail? Right? Let's go see if there's a way of getting both of them. See, I waited too long to go and to help them. I should have done it right away. That's my biggest suggestion, is to do it right away. So let's go Coastal Cottage this time. We'll try to do that one. Maybe that's the first one that came up, and then Egret Tours was second. I can't remember, but we'll see, because it'll tell us once we get there. Now, again, some of these have super builds, and some of these have mega builds over here. I believe we did Coastal Cottage as a mega build, so we'll see. Also, we need to adjust where we're teleporting in as well at most of these locations, so we can have an advantage. So we teleport in and we're not getting hit.
Target detected.
Oh, look out. Pick it up. Yes, founded by Roro. That is a mega build, everybody. Look at that, look at that vault. Throw it down.
Keep your head down. Keep them off me.
I'm gonna be sick.
Boom. All right, that's done. Okay, so we go to Coastal Cottage first. Okay, Coastal Cottage first. Then we go to Egret Tours. I'm not even going to bother to pick up the loot. Then we're going to go to Egret Tours. And again, notice I didn't have to lift a finger. You got Kismet Killbox, everybody. It's the ultimate protection in the Wasteland. It doesn't matter if a whole legion of Deathclaws are coming in. They're going to get annihilated by those heavy turrets. For sure, for sure. And that one had a lot of turrets, as you can see. Again, when I come in, I just pop a stat pack and let them do all the work. Kill box from over there.
It's over.
And there we go. So we got them both.
Good work. Don't leave anything
And
behind.
again, any of these guys. There we go. A little legendary there. A little 308 ammo. We'll take that. You can see I'm being what I call onesie twosies, where I'm not
Why is
like
it so
grabbing
quiet
every
in
single
here?
thing anymore. Normally, I
like
will
this.
super loot everything. I will super loot it all. And that also, we have to listen to that. I will super loot every single thing in the early game because that's how you build up resources to sell and buy items and then be able to build these gigantic mega builds that we've got going. Now this right here is what I call a super build, right? There's a basic build that I start with. Put down a little food, little beds, little sleeping bags, whatever you got to do to get it started. And then you super build, where this is generating me tons of cash. And you're like, well, Kismet, I see your vendors. Your vendors are generating cash, true. But in the back of Egret Tours, which is the last settlement I found, by the way, in the base game, you can see that I'm producing a ton of purified water back here, which is why this one gets attacked so often, right? You can see I'm producing massive sums of purified water, and that is basically making me cash, which is what I call a super build. Up there, you can see we've got the Kismet kill box up on high. We've also got a cross shot of anybody who's standing right here, like these guys were, where that kill box can hit them. If they stand too far out here, that one's going to get them in the back. If they're up there, that one's going to hit from there. And then over on this side, we've got another one that can fire across in this kind of corner over here. And we can see that they got absolutely spanked. A lot of power armor coming in now. Again, heavy raider armor. That means, see, as I get more and more leveled up, they get more and more strong. And they're going to have better armor and better weapons and do more damage. And again, I'm in the survival mode. The hardest way you can play. Normally, you cannot quick travel. I would have to take a vertibird over here. And that's what I did at the very beginning of the game. All the way until the point in which we were making 200,000 caps every few days a game. And then we're just like, okay, we're good. We know that no matter what platform we were on, whether we were on Xbox or PlayStation, or here I'm playing on PC, we could have absolutely won the game no matter what. I can win the game, the base game, no problemo. I also see that this could use a little repair over here. Oh, Spectacle Island's under attack now. Oh boy, we get one thing done, another thing done, and then when another one needs our help. Another settlement needs our help. Now, we want to save because we just got that working where we got both of those going at the same time. And since that one just came up, it'll be fine. Now, back to Spectacle Island. And now the only way I can save in survival mode is to sleep in the bed like you saw me do. And I just slept for 1 hour, so I didn't forward it too far, and it did take. Oh, thank you. I'm forgiven for the bless you there. I was having a hard time in Fallout today. It was telling me I did not have access to Sanctuary. Oh, no. Kismet Killbox, work your magic. Come on, baby. Look at these fancy killboxes here. How'd that go for you? How'd that go for you? Yeah, not so good. Hey, thanks for bringing me that 308 ammo. Oh, there's a legendary there. Violent assault rifle. Take that step pack. Thank you very much. What do you got? Nothing worth my time. Step pack. We'll take that. Got some more action over here. Another kill box at the ready. And of course. All right. I feel like having a little fun here. Let's go ahead. Oops. Oh, I can't shoot around my own guys. There we go. They got him. Now again, this is a robot that I actually made. And then I think that other one was Cogsworth. I can see, yes, he's got a little hat on. If you didn't know, you can actually put a hat on Cogsworth. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, this guy's a legendary. So he wants to give me this legendary thing that's going to give me some luck there, if I so choose. And I forgot to put all these legendaries back, too. I got to remember to do that. And you can see that these people are very geared up. Look at them. They got 50 cows. They got Gatling lasers. All of them do, by the way. Every single settler has it. Even the robots have Gatling lasers. And so on. Not just, that's Curie right there, by the way. Not just my companions, though, but even the NPCs typically have it. Now, this lady right here doesn't have it because she's a new settler. But you can see that my vendor, Annie Hardgroves, even Ron Staples. By the way...
Need a drink?
Even when he's not at the bar, he's still serving drinks, by the way.
No, thanks. Well, then, good day to you, sir.
There we go. And he's a unique vendor, by the way, everybody. Unique vendor. If you notice, they also turn the thing off automatically on their own. And there we go. Now, this is their location down here, and this is my area up here. And I typically would have all of the outfits and whatnot, but I've been having a lot of problem with the outfits getting bugged out. But you can see we've got, of course, the broadsider, and we've got all of our magazines here. Actually, I can move these magazines over here now. Let's move these right over here. I want everybody get right in front of me, too, if you don't mind. If you could just kind of walk right in front of me, that would really help. Of course, we got Kellogg's pistol up there. Up here, we got the spray and pray, which is pretty fun. Maybe move the broadsider over here. And one of the byproducts of being able to build this is that you can, you know, basically build a museum of your adventures. And I feel like they didn't even think of that, everybody. They didn't even think about how incredibly awesome that is for the player to go in and say, hey, I killed Kellogg, I got his gun, I'm going to put it up on the thing. Oh, I got this person's outfit, I'm going to put that up on display, right? So you basically build yourself a whole display of all your goodies as well. Now, I'm going to probably move my displays, by the way, probably to another location. I'm not going to tell you which yet, but I'm also going to put all the outfits and guns and all of that other stuff. Now, while we're at it, we do have some legendaries here that we can drop off. Some, wow, we got a lot of legendaries. A lot of legendaries that we can just drop off right over there into our armor. And then we also have gun legendaries here, and we're just throwing them in here. Let's see, this one, that one, and this one. Lots of legendaries. You can see I've got a bunch. Now, when you're in the survival mode, you're going to end up with a ton of legendaries versus the normal mode. The normal mode, you're going to get a lot less. So, in this case, you can also see I'm going to go ahead and put the minigun in here. Another minigun. You can see I have 29 miniguns and 24 more miniguns and a bunch of Gatling lasers and whatnot. You're like, tell me, how'd you get all of these? From the Pridwin. So every time I would run through the Pridwin to get my vertibird signal grenades, I would also buy a Gatling laser and a 50 cal. And this allows me to go ahead and gear everybody up. Now, I'm not going to gear up 700 settlers, everybody, but I could. I absolutely could. I have plenty of cash. I can go through. It's going to take a really long time to do that. But if you were hardcore enough, you could just keep going, keep generating tons of purified water, go ahead and keep buying it every time you go by the Pridwin, and just keep stacking it in a locker, and then go in and stack up your peeps. Now, there is a byproduct to using the Gatling laser, is because you have to give them fusion cores. And once you give them fusion cores, they will also jump into your power armor and wander off with your power armor, which they have already done over here somewhere. You can see probably some power armor laying around. Who knows where. Because there was more power armor in there that they wandered off with. And that's okay. So you want to, if you're going to do your power armor museum with all the different power armors and all of your stuff, I highly recommend doing it at a location where you're not giving your people fusion cores. That's for sure. One of the most useful people with fusion cores and one of the most powerful people in the entire game, Paladin Dance. You can actually give him power armor too, by the way, if you didn't know that, and have him equip power armor. Also, you can give him a Gatling laser. Now, he is exceptionally good with a Gatling laser. I feel like most companions are fairly good. The only one who is more powerful than Paladin Dance, Curie. Curie is actually the most powerful settler in the Wasteland, in case you didn't know that, because she's a synth. And so she has a lot of strength, and she can actually go in and just annihilate people. You can also make her in a melee build, everybody. Try a melee build with Curie. Give her Gronok's axe, this one right here. Give her that one and let her go wild. She's awesome in melee mode as well. But I usually give her the Gatling laser, and then she can take a lot of hits before she gets downed. She has massive HP. Same thing with Paladin Dance. They're probably the two toughest or strongest, I think, of all the peeps. For sure. Now, of course, my favorite, Dogmeat. He's my favorite companion, and when I get done with all my companions, she'll run around with me for the rest of the game, for sure. We're getting there, little by little. All right, speaking of, now, of course, we're extracting massive sums of purified water over here, over 4,000 purified water. You can see some of it right here. It goes all the way around this way and all the way around that side. Doesn't go all the way around the whole thing, which would be like 10,000 purified water. A little bit more than what I need. But I can see it going down the conveyor belt over there, which tells me to run down here. Look, see? Yeah, look. Jumped in my power armor frame right over there. And that's okay. And we see we got the vault-tec rep. We got Sheffield. Doesn't Sheffield look good? Look at him. He's looking sharp in his nice suit. Hey, Sheffield, what up? And then, of course, I keep this cooking stove here to get the bottle caps. and then to take out 2,600 purified water. Right here, everybody, this is about 1,000,000 caps worth of purified water. Now, remember, you don't have to be on PC to do this. You don't need any mods or nothing. You can be a Wasteland Tycoon just like me. Just get your purified water going. Take that purified water, sell it to the vendor, buy some resources, put another purified water down, and so on and so forth, and just keep that cycle going. And before you know it, you're making 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, or 200,000 every couple days in game, which is more caps than if you bought every single thing from every single vendor in the entire base game. Very, very awesome to go around and buy out every single thing from every vendor. Now, do I need everything from every single vendor? Absolutely not. It's going to cause me to have to micromanage all of that. So that's basically 60 times 16 because the value of each one is 16 for me. Now, also, I need to fix the thing because since my purified water has been off my bar too long, it's now dropped it as my favorite as number 4. Which is vitally and super annoying. And let's put our roasted meat over there. There we go. Get our purified water up. Actually, we'll take a little extra purified water here. Let's take around 30. There we go. Okay, so we got that done. We got all that stuff defended. Looking good. Now's a good time to get a little rest into here. Let's see if our purified water is still coming down the thing because it's still backlogged over there. But what do we got in here? And we got some caps. Now, notice all this junk right here. You're like, Kismet, didn't you just take all the junk out of there? I did. I took all the junk out of here. This is all the junk that was left in that thing at the end. And the junk that they collected. Because they're collecting me resources. So instead of you going around and picking up all the resources, they're collecting the resources for me. Now, another thing is I'm collecting the resources too, so we're doubling up on the resource. Now, you got to think that this guy over here is dismantling a bunch of resources and putting random resources into my storage, and then those resources I can take and put in a more permanent storage where it's not pulling it out of the workbench over at Boston Airport, and then that will be available to all of my settlements everywhere. So very, very cool. Now this times 20, 30 settlements, right? So all 30 settlements collecting me resources all day, every second of my playthrough. And that's why I get that going very, very early in the game. So all of that is looking good. All right, let's go ahead and forward time again. Apparently it didn't kick in. Let's forward time and get it going. Yes, dog meat is the best. He loves you no matter what. Yes, it would be nice if they put that in the game, wouldn't it? That would be awesome. Okay, look at this fogginess in the wasteland. We don't have to stand for this fogginess. Boom. Let's make it a beautiful day. You ready? It's like magic. Look at that. Nice, beautiful, either sunset or sunrise. Sometimes I can't tell the difference. Now, you see this up here, everybody? We built this for St. Jude's. We raised over $3,000 this year for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Pretty awesome. We've raised actually over $13,000 here in the stream, which goes directly to them through Tiltify. So we've made a huge difference, everybody, in people's lives here in the stream, which I think is cool. Hopefully those children get their treatments, and then they can get out of the hospital and not spend their childhood in the hospital and going back to being a kid, everybody. That's always my big goal with St. Jude's, is to make a small difference in someone's life so they can live a normal life like the rest of us got to do when we were young. In my case, I beta tested all of those toys for you all. You're welcome. In my generation, we didn't have no safety labels, and we didn't wear no helmets when we were riding our bikes, and we didn't have no pads when we were skateboarding. We didn't do any of that stuff. And of course, that's why they added helmets and added pads and took away lawn darts and all of that stuff, because people getting stabbed with lawn darts and getting hit by those little water things that like leave bruises on your legs, and so on. All the dangerous toys where people get losing eyes and losing all of that. Because they're very dangerous for children, because children are just going to shoot each other in the face, everybody. That's why you got to watch out with them toys. That's some dangerous stuff. All right. What are we doing? Oh, we should remove our condition here while we're chilling out in the base. What you got laying around here? There's something laying around there. Where is it at? Clinic.
Hey, Ada.
Would you like me to go with you?
Mama's sick.
Actually, I'll be back later.
Understood.
She doesn't let me. Oh, because it's not time. It's not time to do that. We've got to go 12 hours in the future to get our medical. So that it kicks in that they're the vendors, basically. They're at nighttime right now. They're just chilling out. But again, at nighttime, that's a good time to like trade their gear and all of that stuff as well. All right, let's try it again.
Hey, Ada.
A pleasure to see you again, sir. Are you ready to depart?
Oh, not yet. My mistake.
Actually, I'll be back later.
Very well, sir.
Huh. Where's my clinic person?
I just want to trade a few things.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is the new girl. She needs some stuff. Where's my other clinic lady? Huh. Let's go forward by another hour and see if she shows up.
Ow. I think I might have pulled a muscle or something.
Usually right about 8 o'clock when my vendors kick in. Do I not have another clinic vendor? No, she's around. See how when I go there, it shows that little figure up there? She's around somewhere. She's just not at her job. And I don't think Ada's going to let us do
Hey,
this.
Ada.
A pleasure to see you again, sir. Are you ready to depart?
No.
Actually, I'll be back later.
Understood.
Yeah, she's probably not best onto there. Let's take her off of there. And, oh yeah, she's set to defense. Yeah, there we go. So she's actually not on the clinic. She just happened to be standing there. I was like, I don't know why I would put her on the clinic. All right, where is our peeps? There's Kate right there. She's a scavenger. We got her on the bar there. We actually have 2 bars, and we have 2 of each vendor because some of these vendors are unique vendors. But I don't know where my other vendor is. Scavenger. Apparently taking a break. What's going on here? The notorious TDK, for some reason, his robot has reset back. Look at that. He's no longer an Assaultron. That's weird. That's weird. That's broken. 'Cause I know I made that Assaultron. Oh, and look out here. See, look, one of my power armors, they ran off with it. They put it over here. See, look, this lady is my thing.
If you need fixing up, let's get a look at you.
She's my doctor.
Yeah. See what's wrong with me, doctor.
Now go over your symptoms for me, one at a time.
Cure health.
Took a few bad hits.
I've seen.
I don't think I've ever seen the doctor in the,
Done. Now, was there anything else bothering you?
nothing.
That was it.
Take better care of yourself in the future, okay?
All right, now I gotta tell her to get out of the power armor.
I can patch you up if you need it. For a
I don't think
small
I've ever
fee,
tried to do it
of
with
course.
the actual thing. Hear anything?
Hear anything, doctor?
Been out of the loop. A lot of sick and injured taking up my time. Now, if you need treatment, let me know.
Not now.
Fine.
Yeah, I'd have to get her to not be the vendor, then tell her to get out of the power armor. She's fine. Run around. You can have that power armor. I actually have stacks and stacks and stacks of power armor. I can give everybody power armor at this point, which is a fun thing to do, to give everybody power armor, to give everybody a 50 cal or a Gatling laser, and go through every single settler in the entire Wasteland and do all of that. It is very, very fun to do that for sure. Stem pack. Eat some of my food. Do some of my water. Okay, so I think we got all of this squared away. I think we're good over here. We've got all of our places defended. We're ready to go back to... oh, man, I forgot where I was working now. What was the name of that one? Green Top Nursery. Right there. Green Top Nursery. Let's go get it going. What up, Machete? Good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. You hop for Fallout London mod? Absolutely. That looks amazing. That looks really, really good, that Fallout mod. Very excited about that. Oh, second we get over here, now Vault 88 needs our help. We might actually get it going. You can see we've got an awesome vault started over here above Green Top Nursery. You can see we've settled it in there, but we got to go help Vault 88 now. All right, I got no moment of rest here, everybody. Vault 88, where are you hiding? Way down here. Notice that Vault 88 is connected to the rest of my settlement. So hitting C, by the way, to hide all the other points of interest, just to visually be able to see that a little easier. Do I need to bring my power armor? Probably not. Let's just go try it. Let's go try it without. Now remember, I'm playing in the hardest mode, so some of these mobs can one-shot me at any given time, even with the best gear in the game. So I got to be careful. So one of the things that I try to do is teleport in a place in which I'm not going to hopefully die.
Huh? We taught those raiders a lesson. We'll teach them again if they come back.
Huh? You're dead! You hear that?
Turn up my sound just a little bit. Yeah, come on in here. I forgot to put turrets out here.
I'm hit!
Light him up!
Take him out!
Oh, that's a legendary.
Going weapons cold.
All right, now this is exactly what I would do if I was really there, everybody. I would just stack a bunch of turrets. I'm surprised I didn't already do it. I'm going to stack those up there. I don't think I've ever tried. I just stack a bunch of turrets right here in the entrance. So when they come in to try to get rowdy, I don't think I can stack them there. I think I can here. Just in case they get down there, I guess. But if you notice, I can put a stove right there, and I put that stove there to do it. Now, one of the things I would do is I would have these all like up here, right? Like up here along here, and if anybody tried to get in the vault, and actually even smarter is to have it outside the vault. And so what I would do is when people come up, right, they come up and they're trying to get in the vault here, like this, and they're looking this way, I'd have a turret come out right behind them, right there, and zap them. In fact, multiple turrets just pop down or pop out of the side there, little thing, boom, 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 dead, and then closes back up. Or it would come down from the ceiling. If you notice on my startup, everybody, there's 2 turrets that come down from the ceiling, because that's exactly what I would have it do. I would just have it drop like 6 turrets at the same time, drop down from all the directions, because if they're looking this way, then it'd be behind them there. If they're looking this way, it'd be behind them there. And a whole bunch of turrets would drop down, and they'd just be in the kill zone here, and they would absolutely get annihilated. And then I would never have to actually open the vault door itself. Now this guy's got a legendary. We'll go ahead and take that. A little stem pack action. And then these fools over here decided to attack the vault, which never a good idea, but thanks for the combat armor there. And again, normally I would keep that combat armor and gear everybody up. And again, I just grabbed the stem packs because those are somewhat worth my time. Weirdly did not put any turrets in here, but now it definitely is going to be fun. We'll actually take this and move this over to that side. Kind of do something more like this. Put that over there so they can watch the show. I definitely want to line these up. And by the way, if you look at these these are level 7 turrets, which means they're explosive turrets. So you definitely can just line those up like that, and this person can sit here and watch the show. And maybe a little bit further over here, like this. You don't want it to be blocking your walkway too much so people can walk through there. Definitely heavy turret like this, so depending on where they're at, you want to line that up, maybe a little bit more. Let's say here. And of course you can also get Pip-Boys and actually vault-tec suits right here. Which is really cool. And then you got your suits over here for Vault 88, and then give everybody Vault 88 suits. So if we run in here and And you can see there's a bunch of turrets in here too, and some up on the top, some on the bottom level, in the corners. They get in the internal part here, they're gonna get owned. Now this particular vault, by the way, it has the most people. It has 33 people here at this particular vault. Might be hard to find them because they're all in this other room over here where I have a bit of bedding, or they're walking around outside. Oh, the gunner out there.
We may have a problem here.
Get them, Paladin Dads. They're all yours. Go get them.
Let's do this.
Find them.
Something's out there.
What just happened?
God, I
We'll
hope
get
there's a
through
bounty
this.
on she ran.
Get him, Paladin Dads. You got a vault suit on. Paladin Dads getting it done.
That's Commonwealth justice for you.
Wrong button. All right, there we go. So a few gunners left over, so you definitely want to look around because it didn't say that it was over. And there we go. And they have a tendency to go out here, which is why I put the vault door here, right? Because they get behind your actual vault. So if you just enclose the vault, you can't get out here to wipe these baddies out. Now, of course, one of the things they should have done was to raise the alarm over on this side, which you can see they're all kind of standing over there. There's my buddy Clem.
Thanks for your help.
Stay sharp. The Overseer's watching us.
What, you mean now? Right now?
Yes, right here. What's up?
Thanks for your help fighting them off.
You're welcome. Now, again, I have 33 people in here, and I can go in and I can basically give them vault suits and really go wild on it. But every time I swing through here, I make sure and use my vault-tec thing to see if everybody is working. If they're not working, then I don't like it. Now, right now, this has got the most scavengers in any of my bases, 17. I can also build an infinite amount of robots because you could build a robot, get it as your companion, and then dismiss it wherever you want. So you could then put 50 robots at Spectacle Island if you wanted to, and then build a bunch of scavengers, and then you have 50 scavengers collecting your resources. You can absolutely do that. But you can see this particular one has a lot more. And will continue to go based on my charisma and based on the base amount of people that show up. So they're just collecting an insane amount of resources over here. And it does stack, as you can see. Remember, last time I came through here and grabbed this all out. Also, they have 3,000 caps from the vendors. So I can grab that. But I'm just going to go ahead and grab everything out of there. And they'll just continue to produce all that stuff. These guys are all self-sufficient over here in Vault 88. And I didn't really build that big of a Vault 88. It has 178 defense. Happiness is 84% right now. They got 36 food, 36 water, and 250 power. Interesting that I didn't use a fusion generator in there. Now, the normal Overseer who is here, she got mad at me in this playthrough, and so she left. So, oh well. Oh well. Doesn't bother me at all. Go wander the Wasteland, lady. Wander the Wasteland! Okay, wow, time went by so fast. It's two and a half hours already. So we're going to bounce out of here. And again, we're not going to go too late today, everybody. We might finish this build next time. So we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do a little bit more. We're at 6 retweets, everybody. Now's a good time to pop over there and show some love on those retweets. Hit that like button, hit that retweet button. Does help a lot over there on X Twitter, as I like to call it. For sure. For sure. Loading, loading, loading. Keep them doggies loading. Ride. There we go. Back to Boston Airport. And we're going to use our
Just
stuff right there. And drop all that in there. Man, we're starting to get some ammo finally. Yeah.
so hungry all the time.
Nothing I can do about it, guy, because it doesn't let me put food down at your location. So deal with it. All right. That done. And maybe we can actually get back to, where is it? Right here. Green Top Nursery. To actually continue this build. Every time we get here to Green Top Nursery, it's like, hey, another settlement needs your help. Another settlement needs to be defended. Hey, defend this one. Defend that one. And it does happen. Okay, now we're finally back over here. Let's go ahead and whoop, jump over the wall.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
It's something all right. Let's go ahead and use our elevator. Let's go to level 3. Elevators are really cool in this game as well. Remember, you can put walls around this as well. All right, back to the interior here. Now, again, while we were gone, our happiness is starting to go down. We're at 63% happiness. Again, it's only when you get down into the 50s, 40s, and so on that you should start going, uh-oh, we got trouble. We got trouble here. Now, these particular beds here, I'm going to do all in a sequence like that. Probably could move it a little bit this way. And I'm going to show you a great trick that I do with beds, where I'm going to move all this down to the end. I feel like it's a bit off to the side there. Yep, going a little bit at an angle. Let's try to fix that a little bit. Where I go ahead and put them side to side like this. Now, again, in the other vaults, I gave them kind of their own separate space, but if you want to be efficient, there we go. If you want to be efficient, you want to be able to put as many beds in as you can. Now, I don't want to block the walkway on the outside. Now, if I put these beds next to each other like this, they can still get into it from the other sides. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these right up here, what I call bunk style. And again, you can go in and fine tune and make this all perfect, but all we need to do is have these so they're side by side. So they can actually get on into those bunks. Now it's going to leave a little bit of room in the center if I go to this side and kind of do the same thing. And let's go ahead, do one there. And then another one here. Now I would do the inside ones first because that's going to help you if you need to nudge it a little bit toward the center. And say something like that. There we go. And then the smart thing to do, put a bed at the end too. You can see that we have the bulk of our bedding right over there. So now we have 19. We need 23 though. So we're going to need some additional ones. So what I would do with the rest of these is just kind of put them along the windows here, and then you can still get past them. We'll just put them all on the same side here. Of course, you're sleeping by the window, probably not the safest location, but we need to get them beds in for all the peeps. And again, then you test it by you walking along. Now look how space efficient that is, right? Super space efficient. They can get in between there. Doesn't push too far out into the row. And everybody can get to their beds and get out of their beds with no problem. So that is taken care of. Very nice. Now, the next thing that we want to do is, of course, create a little vendor area. So we're going to use this side over here for our vendor area, in which we've already stored all of our vendors. And so what we can do is just start off by just throwing them down here and going to each vendor and just throwing them down, and then we'll move them around here in a minute. And I like to use these ones because they snap to each other. And they are the highest end of your vendors. They're going to make you a ton of cash, especially over your entire playthrough. But they are bigger than some of the other ones, so you'd rather it be vertical as opposed to horizontal. Okay, now which is the number one? It's going to be the bar. That's the one that I want to actually have facing this way, and then this one like this. Now you can see that these are pretty much the width of your foundations. So we can go in and actually take all the ones that I typically would use first. Weapons, clinic, and this is the general. Those are the ones I would use the most. And then, again, face this inward. And let's say just go inset just a little bit, so when the NPC is standing here, they're not blocking the walkway. And then these are the ones I would use the least: the bartender, the armor, and the clothing. And these are the ones I would use the most. So definitely clinic, so I can remove my conditions in the survival mode. And then try to line that. Actually, not too bad. The trading and the weapons. And there we go. So now we have the vendors on the outside, and the people who are standing here are going to stand here on the inside, so they'll be out of the walkway as well. So we're trying to control where the people are standing and where they're moving. So very, very easy there. What else do we want? Well, we might want a little area for them to enjoy, just kind of a chill zone. We'll go to furniture, we'll go to miscellaneous, and we can go look through our various furniture here. And I'm going to go ahead and put all these special ones down over here. So they can go over here and do some lifting. They can do some pommel horse. And I love to do the vault-tec stuff because it does boost their happiness. So we'll go to resources, vault, and then of course our soda fountain. Now our soda fountain needs some power. So I would probably put it, say, over here along the wall. Let's put it over on this one. And let's say right here. Now that also needs a person to make that work. And we're also going to put in a connector here that's going to allow us to run the power everywhere. And it end up over here. There we go. Then we can connect that to the back of that. And then I think the person actually stands behind there. And this guy wants to be that guy. Oh, I can tell already. Look, you'd make a great soda vendor guy. Now another person coming up here, so I'm going to go ahead and just randomly set them to wherever they end up. And if they come up here, I'm just going to take care of it as they run up. All right, what else can we do that's going to give them a nice little lounge area? Let's go ahead and also give them a bit of a way down here to the end. I don't think they have a clean version of it. No. Right back here, which is one of my favorite things in the game because these actually snap to each other. So I'm going to put these right on the edge, and these will be little benches. Oops, I'll turn it the other way. These will be little benches that they can go ahead and sit at to eat. Oof, that's a little crooked. Let's go ahead and try to fix that. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, awesome. You can see that lady is sitting down there writing some stuff down on her clipboard. Very, very nice. Now, of course, I always like to put the TVs in just because it's cool. No real reason, but just the fact that it's cool. I really like this round one. And there used to be TVs. TVs used to be square, everybody, back in the day. They absolutely used to be square. Now, of course, we could also do a couple TVs to give them a couple different shows. And, of course, I'm leaving space for them to watch so the people on this end can watch some TV shows and whatnot. Now, of course, we're going to need some wireless power that makes that work. Now, some of the power I'm going to put down here that's wired power. But the wireless power I'm actually going to put up above and actually have the power up above and then make that power be able to move its way down here. Now, one of the things we can do over here is we can use this for access to the upper levels. So I'm actually going to take this out. And then we're going to go ahead and utilize our stairwell right over here. And move this a little closer. Go on, I know you want to snap in there. I know you want to do it. I know you're going to do it. I know you want to do it. Oh, we can't do it because we don't have the atrium floor. We need the atrium floor, or we could use maybe one of these. I don't think that snaps to it either. Yeah, we need the atrium floor. Okay, so we got to work around a little bit here. So we're going to go to a room, and we're just going to pick one randomly. We're going to go ahead and put it in the doorway this way. Atrium. And then we're going to go ahead and put a doorway in the other way. Then we can take this out. Then we can use the atrium floor. There, take this one out, put another atrium floor here, take this out, that out, back over here to our stairwell, And then angle our stairwell, which will snap to the atrium floor. And GG's, we all good. I know it's a lot of work. I kind of want to move that back by 1, so we'll take that back out. I know that's a lot of work just to make that work, isn't it? You got to do a lot of working around the shortcomings of the vault-tec kit. There we go. All right. And again, that only takes up 2 spots. That'll bring us right up here to the top and whatnot. Kind of feel like it should go the other way because otherwise it's going to put us right on the edge, and we don't really want to go on the edge. So we want to spin that around the opposite direction by going like this. Like there. We'll take this one out, and we'll put that there. Take this out. And we'll put this using our scroll wheel. And we're going to try anyway, put that right there. All right, very nice. Now we're going to have a bit of a problem with our, when we want to finish out the walls here. So maybe better to take this out. And again, sometimes you just do it in the moment. And this one I'll just put over there for right now. And then this one over here. This over here, we want to go ahead and put back in our kit here, which is going to be like this, and this one like that. Very nice. And then we can go ahead and get our nursery kit and make our nursery kit right over here. To outline this, and then our corner kit. And again, we're given each kind of location its own kind of style, like this. Oh, and I forgot to put it down. Okay, we'll run over here.
This soda's better than.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
And there we go. And again, you can see all the peeps are coming up here now, having a good time. We can find random person. All right, you're gonna be on this one.
Sure.
You're on there.
Okay.
You lady, you're gonna be my clinic over here. You lady, you're gonna be on general.
Sure.
You're gonna be on weapons. Sure. And there we go. All right. So we want to go ahead and finish this last part out here with a one like this. And then these internal ones here, we want to take this one out and put this. And this is just to keep them from falling out of there and also getting shot from down below. This one out. Again, you can see I'm mixing and matching to use the different ones. And you can see I've kind of finished that out. And then this side over here being nursery. And then, of course, we have our ability to walk up here. All right, very nice. And then now up here what we want to do is we want to build out a little area in which we can put our fusion generator. So in this particular case, I want this to be enclosed, at least in the interior. It doesn't have to be enclosed on the top, but I do want it to be enclosed to where it's not going to shoot my power. So we're just going to make ourselves a very quick little atrium up here. Oh, we're going to try anyway. Come on, go in there, snap in there. There we go. And then over here, same thing with a nice corner. And then like that, and like this, and then corner here, a little corner there, and then at the end here, I definitely want to put a doorway. I'll actually put the doorway in there. Try to keep that from getting destroyed. Now up here, because I have it connected via the domestic stairs, I can put power up here and then use that power for the rest of the vault. So since I don't have enough resources right now, and we can always come back and add that generator later, we're going to go ahead and use our fusion generator. Now we only have enough for one right now because we have it stored in the workbench, but we would definitely need more nuclear material. So the way to make this run without having to run a bunch of wires, is to connect it to the wall, connect this across over here, and then that's now going to go through the floor, down the stairs, down into the lower side, and so on and so forth. How can we test that? Well, let's go ahead and run down here
If
go
you work,
all the
you
way
eat.
down here
It's as
to the
simple as
very
that.
bottom.
Ain't looking for trouble.
And then what we're going to do is take out this one here. And then we're going to see if our elevator still works. And I told you at the beginning that I'm going to put that there, and we can see that our elevator still works. Now, if I take this link out here, or take this out, you can see that the light goes out. So that tells you that the power is coming down the stairs to here, up to the wall, and then, of course, running to our elevator. So, yeah, working very, very coolly. And up we go. Up into the vault, like so. Very, very cool, I think.
Not a bad job manning the soda fountain.
Yeah. Hi.
Now,
how are
another
you?
thing that we can do from up above is actually to generate wireless power. And this right here is going to generate that wireless power. So all we need to do is to go in and place a bunch of these around. I'm going to place this one on this side. This one over here. Maybe one way on this far side. Hey, that makes you scroll all the way back down there again. And one over here. And then this one we'll leave there. And maybe in the center here too. Just so it gives a radius of wireless power. And the wireless power works both horizontally and vertically. So if we go down in here, in theory, if we just go ahead and put, let's say, a light right here, that light will go ahead and light up. Let's say over there, over here, etc. So on and so forth and so on. You'll get the idea. And then let's say here. And then one in the center of this, and in the center of this. There we go. Just keep going around and lighten up your location.
This is delicious.
I like to go every kind of other one. And then eventually you'll get to a point where it'll just stop working. And you're like, well, Kismet, why did it work there? Well, that's because this one's right here. And that one's also sending that wireless power. One of the things I also like to do is what I call vendor row. So we'll go like this.
This is delicious.
A lot more lights right here in vendor row. And so they're all lit up nicely. And then pop another row over. Let's say we'll line it up this way. And this will be every other one. And then maybe just here on the sides, we'll run them side ones. And a couple this way. And line it up there. And there. And this is a different type of piece here, so we'll kind of jump there, and we'll say corner there and corner here. Again, you can see on this side we have a bit of a problem. We don't have our lighting going there. So let's say here. Those are probably a little close there, but it's okay. We're just trying to light the place up. Wow, see?
Delicious.
Looks so much better when it's all lit up, doesn't it? And then these guys are eating dinner, so maybe we want to give them some sort of, you know, kind of light for when you eat dinner. Just the kind of light I like when I'm eating dinner. A nice disco light, right? Look at them all just sitting and having a good time with each other. No, we're not doing that. I'm just kidding. We don't need no disco light. How about, oh, this is even better, especially when you're writing in your clipboard. There you go. How's that? Is that good? You like that? Is it making it easier for you to write? I seriously doubt it. All right, let's take that out. And again, we have a whole bunch of other things that we can do. I don't like any of these. Maybe one of these. And let's see how that is. Yes, that's kind of nice soft light there. And we'll get that lined up there. We'll move it. Oh, move it. Nope. Somebody's pushing me. Lady, stop it. Throwing me off. that look a little nicer.
This is delicious.
This is a good test one right here to see if the light shines down there, and it does. Alright, there we go. So they got a nice area where they can read and do whatever they need to do. Another fun thing you can do is you can try to do this. You can go ahead and get yourself like a little table light and put the table light on the table, but sadly it does not go on the table because I'd love to just put it right there in the center of the table, and then when they're sitting there they've got like a little table light. You can try to put it on the ground and then it will kind of light from the ground, but sadly it will not go on the top. It would be awesome if it did. Let's see. We can also try to put this in between them. It's going to let me. That's not awkward or anything. Alright, taking those out. Oh, I can't take it out when she's there. I can't highlight it in that direction. That's a tough one. God, they're always like right where I am. They're always up in my business.
This is delicious.
Alright, lady with a hat. Let's give you something to do. I don't have anything for her to do right now. Okay, and I need to take this one out and put our other one back in. Now, if you notice, it also took the light out as well. That does happen. There we go. And it stores it back in the workbench automatically when you take it out because it's attached to the other object. Some objects attach to other objects and some objects don't. That actually took 2 lights out there. Take one here. And then it's right here. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so we got our vending going. We've got a nice little lounge area that they can do stuff. Now, what else do we need? We need our food, right? Our food, for actually once, for a change, is actually not going to be up here at the top level. We're actually going to put the food in the ground. I know, crazy, right? Because that's why we built this whole area, to block that off. Big time. Now, we haven't built an entrance and an exit yet. We're going to do that here in a bit. But we can actually start on our food, so our happiness doesn't go down too far. But you can notice that my happiness is actually going up, and they have 0 food right now. And that's because they have a bunch of food in the storage for right now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to put it as close to the wall as I can. And number 6. So there we go. We got some mute fruit. Now the problem is we don't have any of the other type of food that we need, right? Is anybody down here that's chilling out other than Paladin Dance? Doesn't look like it. Now another thing that we can try to do is put in some lighting down here, right? Just go ahead and put in some lighting. You're like, whoa, Kismet, how come that lit up? Well, the reason why that lit up there is, again, because something in my way, is because we have the AoE thing going right here. This is doing a wireless power. And then we're also getting the wireless power from up above. And so this is going to help us light this up nicely. Now you can see I'm putting it actually on the pipes in these middle areas. Very rarely do I ever light this area down here, but it does look way better when you do. Let's put a little lighting on this side. Now the thing when you put in a lot of lighting, everybody, and this is more of a observation, I think, in my case, is the fact that it creates a giant aura, right? A light aura around your base, which I think in the Wasteland would make it a bigger target, right? because people could see it from really, really far away. So if you do lighting, you might want to enclose that lighting so no one can see it. But in this case, I'm just putting in some nice lighting so that we can basically get a little bit of that going on. Now, I also want to go ahead and take this and basically make it where I can do this lighting on this side over here. So what I can do is just very easily go into my little switches here. And I'm going to go to my vault-tec ones here. And I'm going to just put a switch somewhere over here like this. And then I'm going to connect this to this. And then take this and put this way up here. Now, because that's a bubble, you're going to notice that that came down and actually activated my lights here, right? So it creates a big bubble. It's like 2 foundations wide, 2 foundations high, and down the bottom. And then see, we've got one way down here that doesn't have any light. And I kind of feel like I want another light in here. And again, I like these lights because they give off a lot of light for the amount of effort to put them down. And so we've got that connected up there. And then we can go in and just do the same thing again using my scroll wheel. Connect them first. And then just go ahead and move it this way. And you'll see that these lights light up. And once you got it far enough for those to light up, you're good. There we go. And now we have a nice area for all of our stuff to go. Now, of course, at this point, everybody, when you like it,
dangerous look about
you store it. So we're going to run all the way up here, and we're going to save to get that going. Now, best time to do this is at nighttime, so you get a general gist of how all your stuff is doing. Now, over here, you can see that we've got a light bulb out there. No problem, because we have a corner over here, and when we have a corner, we usually have a sidewall in which we can just put that like that. There we go. And again, it's using it through the thing. Look at this guy. Go, Settler. Go, Settler. It's your birthday. Look at him go, everybody.
Farm run by ghouls.
Show it off a little bit, I feel.
Something.
The other dude's lifting over there. He doesn't have a spotter, man. Hey, bro, you need a spotter over here.
Hurts. My feet hurt. Everything hurts.
Struggling. You
how
got
are
this.
you?
Here, I'll spot you.
Yeah?
I'll spot you.
You know what I call a good day?
I got you.
One
I
that
got
ends
you.
without
Good
an
job.
empty
Good job.
stomach.
Get that pump. Get that pump going on. Oh, look at this. 3 people in the same one. Very cool.
Easy living, this ain't.
She's eating her meal right over the top of where she's doing the thing. I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
You ain't one of them synths.
And so these are really easy for everybody to have a lot of stuff. You can see they're all hanging out over here.
Don't much care for good.
This lady's
That
hanging
place
out
is
by the
nothing but
bar.
trouble.
These guys are all hanging
Cops
out
can
by
run
the
pretty
vending
good
machine.
lately.
I think I need
There's
another
work
one
to
of those.
do. Can't talk now.
I don't think I've ever put multiple of those down.
This is delicious.
Let's see if we can. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, come on. I'm trying to install another one of these. All right, you can be in charge of that one. All right, now I got 2 of them over there, and now they can enjoy even more. Okay, now we've got our food going, and we're going to need our vault-tec computer. And it's good to put our computer kind of off away from the thing here. Out of the way of where everybody's walking, so I can kind of do my thing. So I'm going to put it right here, pretty much in the entryway. And let's put it just a little bit off to the side here so we're not blocking. And then get ourselves a nice little connector. I love these connectors. They're so awesome that you can just connect them to the wall. And you don't have to run wires all over the place. So very good. Now, we need a whole bunch of other different types of foods to put down. Now, normally if I have a bunch of different types of food, it will just automatically allow you to put those foods down. But you can see I have 536 carrots in there. I have 388 gourds. How can I actually have all of these different types of foods? Well, the reason why I have all these different types of foods is because it's stored in another location, and I can utilize it here because those settlements are connected to each other. And that's very, very useful. Look at them all going in here. Just to get in my way, no doubt. So let's go ahead and do some potatoes. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. All right, so you need 12 of those to equal 6 food units. You need 6 of the mute fruit to equal 6, because that's 1 food unit there, and this is a half a food unit. So you need 12 of everything else. So we'll put our potatoes down. Those are your kind of staples that you typically go with. And now we'll do our carrots. 1. Oh. Doesn't matter where I put them as long as it lets me put it down. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. All right, now 12 carrots. Okay, now we're going to need some corn. Now, corn, of course, is one of those things that is very big. So what I'm going to do is build a corn thing right here at the end. Oh, it's not going to let me put it there. I'll kind of work it a little bit. 3. Not gonna let me get it there. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we need 2 more. Like that. And see, we left it open so it's easier to see in there. Mute fruit, I find, is the thing that if you put that really close together, that's hard to see. And I've kind of got it spread out to make it a little easier for all of our various different types of food. Now, the other ones that are really annoying are gourds. Gourds are exceptionally annoying because they have a difficulty stacking. So we're going to try it here, but very rarely do I put down more than just a couple gourds. But let's see how many gourds we can get in across here. Table's in my way. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, we might actually get that. All right, there's 12 gourds. Very rare do I do that many. Melons, same thing. Melons are exceptionally annoying because they are so large and they're super awkward to put down on the ground. We're going to try to work them over here in the corner. Feisty. Say right there. And then we already did our mute fruit, and now the tough one, razor grain. And I don't put that much razor grain down, but we're just going to go ahead and fill this whole side with razor grain. We're trying to get 12 of each. Again, this is already filled up. Maybe we can sneak some other razor grains in somewhere. Oh, right there was a little bit of razor grain for a split second. Right there. How many are we on? 1, 2, there's 6 there. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. 1 more. Alright, we just gotta find one more spot. This is probably the most I've ever put of any of these down. Maybe here, maybe over here in the corner. Nope, not gonna let me put it in the corner. Oh, we have actually done a really good job of optimizing this. Probably the first time I've done this much of all of this at this location. Got one last one, maybe in the doorway over here. Yes, in the doorway. I always put a little bit out, trying to get it in the doorway. I feel like there's got to be a magical spot. We can put that in. Oh! There it is. All right, so we got 12 of each type other than mute fruit, which we put down 6, but that is a whole lot of food, everybody. And so if we go through and we can figure out how many people we need based on the different types of food. So 1 for carrot, 2 for corn, 3 for gourd, 4 for melon, 5 for mute fruit, 6 for razor grain, and 7 for potato plants. So now they have a variety of all the foods of the Wasteland over here. So we go back to our computer, and this is going to be one of the very few places in which I have so much food going. I can find the jobs for the unemployed. I can say farming, and I want to have 5. And you're like, well, Kismet, I thought you said you needed 7. That's true. I do need 7. Find jobs for the unemployed. Assign to farming. So I did 5 before. 5, 6, 7. So I need 2 more right over here. And we'll assign those to that. And then we look at our vocational overview. We should see our vendors, and we've got our farmers. We have 9 unemployed right now doing diddly squat. Now we have also a couple people who are also doing our Nuka-Cola over here. So now those people have all been assigned, and if we look at our food now, boom, we've got our 36 food going. We already have our 24 water going. You're like, Kismet, where are you getting 24 water from? Right down here where we have our little water thing that we're using right over here on this garden plot. We're going to go ahead and move this to the other side. See if it lets us put it down over there. Nope. Okay, we're going to pick one of these up. Put it off to the side. Get our light on so we can see what the heck we're doing. Get into the center, pick this up, and then we can just walk our water in here as well. Now, the thing about these garden plots is you can put them over the top of all this other stuff, but you don't really want to do that, everybody, because it's just going to suck. It's just going to suck. I feel like the best place for this to be out of the way would be right underneath our stairway here. Again, we can just put it, let's offset it by 1. Right there, and then it'll be inside the actual wall and be protected. Now, where is the best place to have a doorway? Right, to have a doorway to get in here. Now, actually, right there at that spot is not too bad of a spot, but we're just going to go ahead and close that up, because where they don't attack all that often is from this side, right? Because that's got that thing there. Sometimes they do come from behind there. So we want to think about where the lowest end is. Let's say right here. And then we're going to go back to our vault-tec kit, and we want to have some way that they can get in and out of there without being disturbed by the fact that there's no way in and out of there. Now, the trickiest thing is getting this wall to go right there without it blocking, right? So you want this to be down at a level where peeps can get through. So I'm just going to put that down. I'm going to go to this side. I'm going to grab it from the top, and I'm just going to work it down there. As you saw, it snapped for just a split second there. Let's hold down E. Again, I don't know why that doesn't just stay when you hold down E and you scroll down. You have to kind of like work it a couple times. And then hold down E and go down. See? Again, I don't know why that doesn't just work. Oh, it just snapped there on its own. And I'm trying to get it to snap in there. But then it pops itself back up again. I let go. Kind of annoying. Come on, I know you go there. Another thing we can do is try to grab it from the top. Scroll it away from us. Rotate it. Yeah, this is the annoying part. I know that goes there, and it will go there. But what we can also do is try to put that in and then try to pull it down like that. And see if that goes there. Now, the problem is it's too short, right? That's what I was trying to show you. It's too short. They can't make it through there. So you have to take that into consideration as well. Now, they do attack from this side as well. So they will come in from here. But I really would like a doorway that goes this way. Now, how can I fix that so the doorway is up just a little bit, but not all the way up? Well, I can just hit E, and normally it'll just pop up out of the ground and try to sit itself flat on the ground there. And if I can walk through there, by the way, they can walk through there. But see, they can't walk this way. So my problem is that I need a wall that's down just a little bit to align this to, right? Now, I don't want to do the corner because the corner is already good. So I'm going to go ahead and take the corner and actually move it up here out of the way for a minute. Then I'm going to take this one and move that one up out of the way for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and take this one and go like this. I'm going to hit E on this one. It'll pop up like that. And then I'm going to hit E again. And then I'm going to hold down E and I'm going to scroll it down a little bit if it lets me. Nope, doesn't want to let me do it. Hold down E and scroll it down. Nope, won't let me do it. And that's because it won't let me sink it into the ground. So now what I need is I need this one. I need this one. Now notice it doesn't snap to that, so we got to work a little bit of our magic where we put this one up here. And then we can try to snap that in there. See, it doesn't snap into there. But if we go ahead and use our vault-tec, atrium, floor, and you can see I use a lot of these pieces to transition between one and another. And then concrete floor, snap that. And then a wall, which actually is not going to automatically be correct. And then we'll fix that. Wall up here. Wall down here. Like this. Then we'll want that wall to be on the inside. So we can snap that interior like that. So it can line up this a little bit better. And then what we'll want to do is bring this wall. Take this out. Take this out. Bring this wall over to where this wall was. Again, we want to keep this all aligned nicely, like this. Then we can take these out. And then we want to bring this so it aligns a little bit better. Now, if you notice over here, if I put my other wall back in, over here, and I get that to hopefully snap back in there. Again, sometimes that's a bit iffy. We can see that this wall is not necessarily the same height as this wall, so if we do want to push this up or down, we want to keep that in mind. But it's really just a bunch of trial and error. So I'm going to hit E, and it's going to basically collect it. I'm going to go ahead and use my scroll wheel to bring it up just a little bit. Actually, it moved a little bit, so let's hit E, hold down E, scroll it up. Not rotate it. Wrong button. I'm going to hit E again. Hold down, hit E, then let go, hold down E, scroll up, let go, hit E again. There we go. All right. Now what we want to do is use our stuff to realign all of this. And so this one will be up above. We're then going to put our concrete floor there. That's going to allow us to put our atrium floor in. Right over there. The atrium floor will work this. Then we'll bring this one back under there. We'll take this out. We'll take this out and this out. Then we'll go ahead and put this here. We'll then take our wall, put it up there, and bring this down. Now we're going to see that this does not align to how we did this. Now, how do we do it before? Well, you can actually put these behind each other back to back, right? So what you want to do is go the opposite way like this. So we'll want to snap this on the outside. So we'll take this out. We'll put this on the outside to offset that issue. Take this out. Put this up there. There we go. And then snap that under there. So what I'm basically doing is reversing the direction of that particular one. And then I can go in and try to get my doorway to be a little bit higher. It kind of looks like it's still not very high, but we'll take all that out. And you can see I moved that up just a little bit. Now again, if this thing snapped better, this would be way better. But sometimes you gotta just work it. Still can't get through. Still too low. So here's what we'll do. We'll take this out. We'll hit E here. We're just gonna go ahead and do this manually. Where we put this one in here. We take this one out. We hit E to bring this up. Then we'll go ahead and put in this here. And again, you got to watch for that difference. Can we walk right through there? We absolutely can. Then we take this, bring this back so it snaps to our original wall. Come on, I know you're going to snap in there. And then this doorway is going to be up higher than all the rest of them. Actually, I could do a double doorway there. I kind of like that double doorway, yeah. I like that a lot. All right, and then we need our corner, which again is going to, oh, already out here, which I wanted to snap to this one and not the other one. So you see that it's down a bit lower. So it goes with this, and then now we have a double doorway. So our peeps can go in and out of there, and also we can go ahead and add this here, which we can open. And then you want to make sure, again, that you can walk through those just naturally. And that is how you do a doorway at ground level. All right, we did a lot of stuff there. I know that was a whole bunch. If you need to, you can always go back and watch the VOD, everybody, and try to see how I did that. Basically, what I did was I tried to work it through the concrete kit, and then it had the door too low. So I just ended up just taking the wall, took out the walls around it, took that one wall, brought it up to the ground level, and then basically aligned it how I want, and then put in the doorways so they're up a little bit, so they're not getting blocked. The peeps aren't getting blocked. And then there we go. So now they have the ability to go in and out of here as well. And they're fairly protected because mobs typically don't attack from this direction. They attack from the other directions. And now if they did want to get to the vault, well, guess what? The entrance to the vault is in the very back. So they got to go through those doorways, make their way through here, get up this thing right here, and be able to get up here into the vault, which is definitely not going to happen. Now, if I get knocked out like that and I don't want to run all the way around, I can go ahead and just pick up one of the walls here, go through the wall, hit tab, and boom, it puts the wall right back where it was. It basically cancels that action. So if that does happen to you, now you know.
Huh?
And one of the things I like about these stairs here is the fact that you can, even if two people are going up and down, you can get by there pretty well. I'd like, well, Kismet, what are you going to do over here? We'll get to that later on. But one of the things we want to do right now, save. Save big time. All right. Now we want to also work on our fatigue and all of that. Let's get our food up. Let's go ahead and actually go another 7 hours to work on that fatigue. We almost got this done. What do you prefer in Fallout 4 over Fallout 76? The vault-tec kit. The vault-tec kit, sadly, is not in Fallout 76. I would love to have this vault-tec kit in there where I could build out vaults in Vault 76. I mean, they have some that are like interior locations that have kind of vault-esque locations, but they don't have the full kit, and I don't know why, because it's in Fallout 4. You think they could move it over. They could definitely fix it while they're at it as well, so it snaps to the other pieces that are in the vault-tec kit as well. But that's the number one thing I wish I had for building. For sure. And Fallout 76 actually has a bunch of great new features that they added. that would actually be great to bring back into Fallout 4, including AoE looting, the ability for your mobs to highlight when you're running around. Obviously, they're using the same engine and using the same assets. That could definitely be retroactively added back into Fallout 4. That would be amazing. That would be great for that HD version that they're working on. Again, who knows if they're actually going to finish it in my lifetime, because they've already been working on it for like a year. And I hear that they've expanded the scope of it, which is why it's taking extra time. That they're not just doing bug fixes, they're doing a whole lot of other stuff with it as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope I can turn off all my mods and my targeting HUD works. That's the only thing I care about. I want them to fix the targeting HUD. I mean, there's a bunch of other bugs they need to fix too. Look at this. There goes our provisioner walking along, doing his thing. What's up, guy? Well, that's a worker. Wait a minute, that's different. That's different. Hold on, come here, worker. Let's go see what this worker has to say.
Yeah?
I just want to trade a few things.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she's a worker. She got a minigun. Does she got any ammo? She don't have any ammo for a minigun. Well, let me just hook you up here. Let me see if I got any ammo for the minigun. Oh, I don't. Oh, well, such is the way it goes. She's named Worker, everybody. That's different. Normally, they're named Provisioner. So when you see unique things like that, it's pretty cool. Now, I was able to trade with her. It means she's one of the people for my settlement. But that's just pretty cool that she has a unique name. That I think is pretty cool anyway. All right. Now, Paladin Dance is one of those people who loves to go and open up all your doors. Look at this. Perfectly spaced all the way around the outside, and we left a bit of extra side over here so we could put our...
damn hungry. Maybe I'll get another drink.
There you go. What are you so hungry about? What are you talking about? You got plenty of food. Plenty of food. All right, now there is one more thing that we need to do to this location, and that is the Kismet kill box. One of my favorite things to do. The ultimate protection in the Wasteland, everybody. So it's time to throw down some turrets. Now, one of the things I suggest you do is to build Kismet kill boxes in the corner of your settlement so that it will shoot farthest out and then also can turn around and shoot into your settlement. Now, we're going to do what I call the ceiling kill box, where you just kind of set them up on the top of your ceilings, and it works pretty well. And they will shoot really far out. Now, by the way, notice that is a Mark V, so that is a incendiary round there. And again, these do not ever run out, so you can put a whole bunch of those down. It never runs out of bullets, is what I'm trying to say. And then we'll just go ahead and line these around the outside. Now, again, we've been really scaling up our defenses here, and that is to keep from us having to keep coming over here and defending these, because it does a calculation based on how much food and water that you have. Now, one of the things that you're going to see, oh, and I should put these way further out. Why am I putting those so far in? These should be right on the edge. There we go. What you can do is do a calculation, just add your food and water together, and that's the rough amount of defense that you will need. I actually have a spreadsheet that does that for you. For all you new people, let me dazzle you for a second. Right over here, check it out. These are all my settlements and what's going on with all of those settlements, including over here, how many people, how much food, water, defense, their happiness, their drops, how many workbenches and living areas and artillery and all the people working, and also who founded all of those locations, which you're going to find out who founded this one right here, which is which one we're mega building right here, Green Top Nursery, is founded by the awesome Olaf, and we're going to call it the Viking Stronghold, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. We'll get to that here in just a moment. We want to make sure that we have plenty of defense. So if I go ahead and take 24 water and 36 and add that together, let's just say 50 to start, and then add the 16, or add the 11, sorry. Add the 11, that would be 61 defense is what I need, and I already have 96, everybody. 96, and we're going to really go to town. You can see I'm putting it on every other little seam up here on the top. And we are putting in heavy amount of defense in each and every location. And again, I'm putting it down on the edge here so it can shoot straight down off the edge. like so. So if they attack from any side, they are going to get smoked. Big time. And again, you want to lean them out so that they can shoot straight down along that fence edge right there. Now, there is this is pretty close to the edge of the settlement, so it will be a little tough for it to hit that. But we will keep on adding those in. There's like a tree in the way of that one, but we'll put it there anyway. Again, this is going to be a lot of defense. Now, this is going to be blocked by this. There's no real point in putting it aiming that way, but it will turn in whatever direction it needs to. And we will put these along the outside here. Right here. Sometimes a little hard to see. Right over there. Now this side, this back side, is the side that's going to be most difficult because it has that extra edge, and so they can get up along that edge and hide behind here and not get hit by the turrets. And that is why I'm going to show you how to make a very quick and easy Kismet kill box to stick right here. Took a little damage from fall damage there, to put right here in the corner to take care of anybody who's going to end up right along here. And then we're going to put one on the other side as well. Then you have that crossfire. And then we're going to put one on that side and then the one on the other side there. So you'll have turrets everywhere. And a real easy way to do that is with your vault-tec kit, which is super fun. We're going to go ahead and use these supports over here. Now, we're going to put some supports in back over there here in a minute. But I suggest just to put these down at the ground level. And the reason why that is awesome is it makes it easier for you to put your turrets on there like this. And you're like, well, Kismet, it's down at the ground level. Why even use the thing? Well, I'll show you here in just a second. And again, we'll put these turrets on here. Oh, maybe a little close to the edge there. There we go. Get in there. And I like to put 5 turrets on this particular one. Normally, I start with just 2 or 3 turrets. But you have to rotate a little bit to get it into that corner. And then our middle one right there. Now, the easy thing is those are actually attached to that base. So I just hit E, and I go ahead and lift them up like this. Now, the problem is this one is the small one. I thought I put the big one down. Apparently, I did not. Let's go ahead and try the big one right over here. And then, same thing. Boom. Then I grab this and bring this down. Redo this because I chose the wrong support. There you go. And instead of just storing those and bringing them back out, I'll just bring them over and see if I can finagle them into place. Get them right on the corner. So again, they have that shooting straight down deal. And we'll grab this one. Put it right here in the center so that it can fire in any direction in which it's needed. Scrap that one. There we go. Now we can take the big one and put it up here. And so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and try to put it in the corner and as up high as possible. And like, let's say something like that. And there we go. So now we have turrets way there in the corner. It can shoot really far beyond the base. And you can probably guess what we're going to do 3 more times. So let's get to it. Thought I'd get it done. Right over there. Whoa. The heck happened there? Freaky. Pound and dance up in my business or something. Or turret in my face. All right, this we want to put back inside there. And then again, here with these turrets, we got this tree in our way here. A little awkward. We'll do that, and then we'll bring it up. And again, we'll try to just finagle that in the corner as much as we can. Again, you can see I'm nudging it with W, A, S, and D. And then maybe angling it a little bit. So it's just tucked in the corner at that same angle. Let's say something like that. And then these ones over here can also shoot down the side. That one right there can shoot down the side over here. All right, getting somewhere. And then over here. In fact, we'll go ahead and just build 2 of them right here. This one cool things about the vault-tec kit. Now, they also have a rounded one that's really fun to do, but it's actually in 2 pieces, so it's a little bit more difficult to do because you have to actually climb up there to put the turrets on there. But, I mean, it's really what you want to look like. I find this is probably the easiest thing in the whole entire Wasteland because it's all one piece, and it goes really, really fast, as you can see. And again, we're going to have plenty of defenses at this location. There we go. And then this one, nope, this here, there we go. Get that up out of the ground and trying to get it as high as you can, and then stick it as far in that corner as we can get away with, like that. And there we go. So now we got a ton of crossfire going from all different directions. And this one, of course, we're going to go over here on this side. Now, this one's probably going to be your toughest one because there's all these trees and there's a house here and whatnot. But you can kind of finagle it into this corner as best you can. Again, it's got this really annoying tree right here. I don't think I can remove that tree. Nope, didn't highlight, so I can't remove it. So I'd love to be able to push that back further. But you have to kind of rotate it and just try to finagle it as much as you can. I call it fuddling with it. You gotta fuddle with it, everybody. There we go. Let's say that's about as much as it's going to get away with. We'll stay there. All right, and you can see that's up above there. Now the thing is we want this to be able to shoot down into this lower area down here because they do run in from over here, and you can see we've already got the turret a little obstructed there, but also these turrets over here can fire down here. We have the turrets on the far side there, which are a little bit obstructed by the trees there. But you can see that this outside one right here could hit us from right here. Now, again, that is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 turrets firing at us at the same time. If they come rolling up from here. Quite often they actually do roll up right from this location. So they come walking along, and then they come walking up this area right here. And imagine if you're standing right here, everybody, with all the turrets along the top there. You've got those turrets over there firing at you. You got these turrets firing down at you. You're going to die. Even I would have trouble if I came in, especially in the survival mode, if I came in and tried to attack this particular settlement. So, and you can see we've got the top part perfectly aligned to the bottom part. Now, one of the things that we want to do is make that look totally legit, like it is actually being held up. So that is the next part of what we're going to do. Oh, we need to probably save. Do we want to take our moo-moos out of here? Probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and take our Brahmin feeders before they get them back again. Quickly. Or their other one. Grab this one. And they're going to try to come out here and grab them. Oh, wait. I can just... out of the way, Brahmin. Quick, get it. I can just store them for right now. So they don't end up... Out the way, Brahmin. Brahmin. Out the way. Store them before they get to them. All right, there we go. And then we'll move that out of there. And then not have our moo-moos way down there. We'll actually have them up in our base. Now, one of the funny things you can do is actually put your cows up on the top, but this whole area over here is for my cows. That's right. That's what they're there for. So they're like, it's like a cow nursery, everybody. You didn't know I was going to build a cow nursery today, did you? And so we're going to go ahead and put that there and put this right there and then have this right there. There we go. And then, of course, we forward time. Boom! Our crazy moo-moo is going to be right there hanging out. Now, other things that we want to do just to embellish this a little bit more is to work on our basics here. So we're going to go through and we're going to do our doorways. Let's get all these filled in. So the vault's all locked down. All in here. Again, I have made it where I have an unlimited build limit, everybody, so I can build all these big things. So you might have to, you know, temper your expectations when you go in, and we'll put in all the windows at this location like this, because again, we have that unlimited building, and this will keep them from getting shot up here. Always a good thing. Oop, did I miss a door there? I think I did. We'll come back for it. Keep doing this thing. Oh, gosh. So awkward sometimes the way it does this. Just aim down. Oh, there's our crazy Moo-Moo. What up, crazy Moo-Moo? Again, the windows keep them from getting shot. Oop, there's a level up too. And we need that other door. I'm looking to make sure I got all the windows. They're definitely in there. And doorway over there. Okay, check him out. Up there enjoying his food. Now again, if he's outside, he will actually walk all the way over here and he'll come up the thing and he'll end up in there. And if I forward time, you'll just see that they're all there. Speaking of forwarding time, probably a good time to save. Let's go ahead and forward time and then look at all of our Moo-Moos in the Crazy Moo-Moo Nursery. Oh, that one is backing up with that other one. So maybe we'll move this one over here and give them a bit of room to walk on both sides. And these guys are backing up onto the same one, so this one would be better to turn sideways. Now, I can't actually move it until they're done eating that thing. Like, I can try to bump them. I can try to, you know, command them and do whatever. But it's not going to let me do it. So I definitely want to fix that, though. Come on, Moo-Moo. Yeah, I think both of them are eating out of the trough right now. Oh, that one got bumped. That one got bumped. All right, come on. Moo-Moo. Moo-Moo. Get out the trough. Ah, almost. Moo-Moo. Get out the trough. Get out the trough. For a split second there, everybody. Split second. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take this one, and we're going to turn it this way, like this. We're going to wait for our opportunity here. I think anything I can do other than to kill him, to get him off that. Got to wait it out. Come on, crazy Moo-Moo. Try to talk to the Moo-Moo. Try to talk to this Moo-Moo. Moo-Moo. Crazy Moo-Moo. You got to be in the build mode. You got to be ready. Ah! Almost had it there. Try to hit R and scrap it. Now, I'm not going to do it all day, everybody. But definitely when you see that happening where it's clipping through the thing, you should turn it sideways as well. Let's go ahead and see if we can forward time just a little bit more. And see if we can get over there and get to that one. Yeah, see, he's going to be in that one now. They're now going to be awkwardly like that. Yeah, both of them eating there at the same time. I would like to fix that, but I can't because those guys are in my way. Look at this person over here. Ooh, ooh, get it going on. Up there. Okay, so we got that done. And there is just a couple more things that we need to do over here. We need to get people a job. We need to take a look at our vocational overview here. And we have 8 unemployed right now, so we're going to need to have them have a job. And it just so happens that we have a lot of room around the exterior of the vault here, and that'd be great for them to go and collect me a bunch of various resources. So we're going to go ahead and just put that right along the edge here. And we want to look at how close we are to the entryway here so we're not blocking. So we're going to kind of push this back, let's say right there. And then we're just going to do that all the way down. There's 3, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll put another one in just to have extra right there. And so now we have a bunch of scavenging stations, and we can very simply, using our vault-tec thing, just say find jobs for the unemployed right over here, and then say put everybody on scavenging, all of them. So everybody should go on to scavenging, so I should end up with 8 scavengers, but I never trust it. I always go in and double check that it will say 8 scavengers in there. There we go. Yep, all 8 of them go in there. I feel scavenging is the thing that works the best, and that scavenging does stack. I have tested it many times. It still does work, where the more people you have scavenging, the more resources you end up at the end, especially if you keep pulling it out of the workbench. Now, everybody has a job. Everybody has something to do. We got our vendors going. We got everything rocking and rolling right here. 23 people, 34 food, 24 water, 100%, 100 power. That's all we really need at this location. 408 defense. That's a lot of defense. 23 beds, and that happiness on the rise because they're living good, everybody. They're living good, and this is the area in which is going to produce all the different types of foods here at Green Top Nursery. Now, there's one more finish off tip or one more finishing off thing that we need to do. And that is to go to the front here where you first come in right over here. And we're going to close that door when we're on our way down. There we go. And this is going to be the actual front of the vault. And so, again, we want to go in and make the outside look legit. And also add some cool embellishment. So let's go ahead and get our atrium walls right over here like this. And we're going to try to put that down like this and then like that. There we go. And then we're going to try to put this across here, which I seriously doubt it's going to let me do because we have the doorways there. Yes, it's not going to let me do that. And again, you can see I can do back to back. Let's see if I can do it from this side. No. Okay, so we'll do it right here. And we'll leave that there as a support. And we're going to do back-to-back there. And we're just going to put our ones in this way. It's going to let us put those in. All right, we'll do it this way then. Whatever you feel like doing, bro. We're going to do it on that side. Then we'll do it on this side. And sometimes it's very finicky in the way that it lets you do stuff. But let's just go ahead. Okay. Whatever I just did, I didn't mean to do it. I might have scrapped it, I think. Okay, it's going to let us go there or there. Oh, this would need to be a corner one. Oh, this would need to be our corner one. Oh, I kind of like that a bit better. I like that a bit better with a nice corner one holding up the vault. Very nice. Over here, we're definitely going to just need a wall because we've got our thing back there. Let's say the middle area here also holding it up. Again, this is more cosmetic than anything else. You don't really need any of this. This under here, I would probably go support. Something like this that you can snap under there. Let's say wiring our way there. Oh, we had it there for just a second. Yeah, let's go with something like that. I like that. Let's see, under here, can we get away with another one on this side? Let's say, oh, perfect. All right, really like that. Support looks good. And yeah, this is more cosmetic than anything else. It doesn't actually have any effect on holding up your vault, but it looks cool. And let's see if we can get that corner one there. Very nice. And then maybe just one kind of in the center here. We don't need that one anymore. And that looks pretty good. All right, that's holding up the vault there. And then we'll also put, say, another one just for funsies. Say right there, holding up the vault. And let's see, I think I like that one on the outside. Maybe a little bit in. Maybe right there so it matches up to that other side. That one's kind of a little bit in there, and that one's in there. All right, very nice. You can see we have our ramp up there. So yeah, now again, it looks like it's holding the vault up above the current structure. Now, this would be a pretty sketchy structure to have your vault sitting on, I think, but that adds to the fun, doesn't it? I think that's a pretty sketchy structure to put that on. But now we just got to add the final touches right over here on this wall, right over here. Let's do it. This is one of my favorite parts, everybody, is to kind of finish it off with a bit of fun right over here. Now, this is going to go ahead. I actually did use the two different, or actually I used this one because it's right by the door. Use my different types of lighting here. Let's go in and get my neon. What do we feel like here? I feel like we're going to go with green on this one. Or maybe red. I think red's a better Viking color. Let's go with that. Right up here. We're going to put that way up there at the top. And this is going to be called, from now on, the Viking Stronghold. So let's put all that down. I think that was a Q and not an O. I need an O. But O is turned sideways. No wonder I can't find it. All right, there we go. Very nice. And I'm going to put that one there, and then I'm actually going to do the founded over here because that's such a big lot of words. So we're going to go ahead and put this over here just to make it also a little different. Over here. And lately I've liked doing the purple for peeps. And then make sure I get your name right, which is always a struggle in my case. Now, if you're wondering, everybody, how you get your own vault named after you, well, you missed your chance. We had raised funds for charity and other projects that we did here in the stream. And, of course, you can unlock your own vault, and then I do a mega build for you on behalf of St. Jude's and whatnot. And so there we go. And then I think we're going to have to put this down here on the lower area, because we're going to need to have 2 lines for that. And oh, man, I built that out perfect on the first try, everybody. Wow, that's amazing. Now, of course, we got a problem here. We're gonna need some power over there to get that going. Now, what we want to do is see if maybe our walls here have the ability to do power. So we might want to go in and say, okay, hold on. We're going to take out our conduit here, and we're just going to stick one of these conduits on the back here and see if that gives off wireless power. If this lights up, we know that it does. And it currently says, no, it doesn't. What about one of the lower ones here? Let's hit that one and see if that lights up. Nope, neither of those do. Which is telling you that this is not transferring the power to the walls. And all the walls are connected together, so if I can get it to transfer to the wall, it'll actually transfer all the way around like it is right now. Now this wall is connected to this one and not necessarily to the rest of these walls that are behind here because it is being blocked. But if we try to, say, put this over here and then try to connect this across over there, not quite connecting there. Let's go ahead and do from up here because we're using this to run some power. And then in theory, that's going to go through all the walls and end up over here where we just go right out here and we turn around and da-da! Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Kismet showing you all the coolest stuff. Of course, the Viking Stronghold, founded by Olaf. I hope you enjoyed your mega build because it is awesome. Let's take a quick look around at the Viking Stronghold. And of course, I'm going to get my axe out to really give it a little bit of extra something, something. One of my faves right there, probably the best one I've ever built here at Green Top Nursery. Absolutely love it. It is a fortress. I should have called it Fortress as well. Where you can see that they are the people who are producing all of the food, the varied food around the wasteland. They even have their own elevator and their own sniper tower that they can get up to. Oh, that's where that one went. Right there. And we got our Kismet kill boxes on all four corners. And again, turrets everywhere. And we definitely have to come back here and watch when they attack this because they are going to get smoked. They're going to get absolutely smoked. So that is the Viking Stronghold. Again, congrats to Olaf. Thank you very much for showing the love, everybody. For sure, for sure. I have played Factorio. Factorio, one of my favorite games of all time. The one that started it all, everybody. A fantastic Factorio game. Highly recommend it. I've actually played it here on stream as well. Very, very cool. At least for a little bit. Very, very fun. For sure. All right, come on. Let me fix my moo-moo over here. I want to fix this moo-moo. I want to fix this moo-moo. Too bad you can't control your moo-moos. They need a mod for that. I bet you they got a mod where you can control your moo-moos. You, moo-moo. You tell this moo-moo to get out of there. I want to move that thing. Now, as I come through here in the future, everybody, I'm going to be watching for that and fix that so this dude can get on the other side. Now, he's got his own trough over here. He can go ahead and use this one. But sometimes they double up on the same trough. And then that's the moment in which you got to be fast, man. You got to be fast because they get off of there. You have to grab it. Oh, like that. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. It's mine now. Now, what I'm going to do is bring it over here so they walk over this way because they'll actually follow me. This is the only way to actually control your Brahmin, by the way, is to actually pick up the thing and make them follow you. And then what you do is you jump on everybody's face while you're getting by here. You run back over here and you go bada bing, bada boom, baby. Boom, that's fixed. That's a done. That's a GG all around, everybody. And then we got to find ourselves a bed. Look at everybody just sleeping in nice tandem. We fit all that in there with their own entertainment area, their own area over there, scavenging. Awesome Kismet kill box action. And that is saved. All right. And again, everybody, we want to come back later and do some Fallout 76 during the day. So we're going to cut out just a little bit early today so I can rest up, come back and do some of that fun tomorrow. All right. So let's go. Yes, Fallout 1 is free on Amazon Prime, a.k.a. Twitch Prime or Gaming Prime. You can grab it right now, everybody, if you got that Prime going on. Also good to use that Prime on the stream before they take it away, everybody. They're going to be readjusting all the Prime stuff. So now's a good time to show some love to my stream or someone else's stream. You don't have to just do it on mine. Feel free to use that Prime elsewhere. But if you're not using your Prime, use your Prime, everybody. Use it somewhere. If you use it on my stream, I greatly appreciate it, but definitely use it because they are going to be modifying that Prime, and it really does help streamers out there big time. You know, the thing that helps them the most is actually if you get Twitch Turbo. Twitch Turbo not only helps my stream, you don't have to watch any ads, plus it helps every single streamer that you watch. So no matter what streamer you go to, they actually get credit for the ads even though you don't watch them, because you, of course, paying for Twitch Prime. So I highly recommend getting the Twitch Prime, or you're paying for Twitch Turbo. Highly recommend getting the Twitch Turbo, absolutely, without a doubt. Because then you're helping millions of creators, everybody, not just the one. So if you want to go above and beyond, Twitch Turbo, everybody, big time, big time. And then you don't have to watch any ads. You can not miss a moment of all my craziness that's going on up in here. Yeah, I know, a short stream. I know, it's crazy, right? Now, this is the Kismet Love Trade, everybody. We're just going to go ahead and peace out of here, but I am going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of overview of what's going on this week. That's right, we're going to be back 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, later today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to play some Fallout 76. We got to hurry up. We are running out of time, and Kismet is slacking. We're into February. They're going to do a new season in March. They've also got a bunch of Valentine's Day stuff coming up. So we want to do that as well. Now, also, Starfield at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're actually getting close to finishing Starfield. I think what I'm going to do is just finish Starfield and then wait for the DLC to come out and updates and all of that, because they got to do a lot of work on Starfield, especially in the outpost stuff and a lot of quest blockers and things of that nature. I might just finish it, then we'll come back, we'll do a new game plus, and then we'll play it through again. And have some more fun doing that and really go even crazier on our outposts from level 1. We'll really go nuts. Now, of course, also I have a special event coming up on Thursday after Fallout 76 called Guardians of Home, a very cool kind of rogue game. Definitely want to check that out. That'll be a learn to play, as well as, of course, Eco on Friday, which is going to be incredibly fun, and just doubly even more fun is Enshrouded on Saturday, both of them at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You see, this is all 10 p.m. on the right side and 3 p.m. over there. So that's going to be my lineup for this week, everybody. You can't help out the stream tremendously by just taking a quick moment and popping on over these social medias right there. You're going to see a bunch of links come up. Just click those links, go up to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and hit that like button. Also hit the bell while you're at it, and leave a comment as the Fortress down below. I love to see who makes it all the way to the end of these. I'll know you made it all the way to the end by leaving that comment, the Fortress, over there on this YouTube video. Now, over there also on twitter.com/Kismet, you can go ahead and hit that follow button. The more you guys do that, oh, freaky, everybody's waking up right now in Fallout 4. The more you guys hit that follow button over there, and the more you hit subscribe over on YouTube, the more giveaways and other cool things that I get to do here on stream. So definitely take a moment. It's totally free, and it does help the stream tremendously. Also, again, the more you engage with all of that, and of course all the other platforms that I'm on, the more that it does help as well. So hit the follow button here on Twitter, and hit the follow button across all the other ones on Kick, on Facebook, and of course on LiveSpace. You can also check out my Discord and check out the website. A lot of cool stuff over there. You can also become part of the Teamwork Tycoons over there and say hi to everybody. Maybe you're looking for somebody to back you up in Fallout 76. Maybe you're on console. You're like, Kismet, I am on Xbox. I'm looking for somebody to back me up. Or I'm on PlayStation. I need some help in the Wasteland. We can go over there and get some help. Maybe you're stuck on something. Maybe you just want to show off your gear. Hey, go for it. Make sure to hit that, read those rules first, and hit that green check mark. And you can post in the community sections your cool builds, or maybe some thing you did in Minecraft, or whatever it is, whatever cool thing you had come up with. We love to see that over there as well. Or your fuzzy friends. You can put them over there too, your pets and whatnot. Of course, the best way to support the stream, everybody, is be awesome like these people that are scrolling around just around the bottom there. My awesome patrons over at patreon.com/Kismet, the single greatest way to support the stream. Remember, 95% of your support goes right back into the stream through Patreon, unlike here on Twitch where they take 50%, which means that I am doing a lot of work and they're taking half of that work. But such is the way it goes, everybody. Hopefully I can get up to the point in which if I have it high enough for 3 months, it'll go 60-40. And then if I really get a lot of love, it'll go up to 70-30 now. So very cool. Congrats to all streamers. Even affiliates can earn their way to that higher revenue share, which is pretty cool. So again, definitely check out that Patreon and show the stream some love there. Let's go ahead and take that on out. There we go. Now that's it for me, everybody. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything in the chat. Yes, a short stream. I know. It's not like 12 hours, right? Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. It said only 5 farmers. It might have. I don't know. Let me actually go back and look. Let's go see. I'll go look real quick because I'm still in the game for right now. Let's go see. Vocational overview. Actually said 6 farmers. I don't know how one of them got lost. But I'm going to go ahead and grab somebody who's doing scavenging right now. Thanks for that heads up, by the way. There's an extra 1,000 Kiz caps. I'm going to go ahead and grab somebody off the scavenging. And I'm just going to run down here and tell them to get on anything that doesn't already have somebody on the food. Right here on these melons. Boom. Oh, yeah. No, that definitely did it because now we can see it. Now, one of the things I should have done was double-checked the food by going 7 times 6, which is... Hey, Siri. What's 7 times 6?
7 times 6 is 42.
42. So now I can see that it actually says 42 up at the top. You can't see it now. But I actually have it where it says 42, which means that all of my people are doing all of the food. Good catch. Good catch. Good eyes there. Right over there. All right, let's save that, so that'll be there for the future. And then, of course, I'm going to give you guys a bunch of Kiss Cats for staying all the way to the end of the stream. Appreciate all the love, everybody. Remember, save up those Kiss Cats for future giveaways. And that's it for me, everybody. I will see you guys later today, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Fallout 76. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Hi, this is Noru. Thanks for watching. This is the Sky.